Dungeons and Dragons. Your children, like it or not, are attracted in their weaker years to the occult, and a game like D&D fuels their imagination and makes them feel special, while drawing them deeper and deeper into the bowels of El Diablo. This afternoon, That One D&D Livestream invites you to sit in on an actual gaming session. Observe the previously unobservable as That One D&D Livestream takes you to the inner sanctum of Dungeons and Dragons.
Galstaff, you have entered the door to the north. You now find yourself standing in a dark room alone. The pungent stench of mildew emanates from the wet dungeon wall.
Where are the Cheetos?
They're right next to you.
I cast a spell.
And where's the Mountain Dew?
It's in the fridge, duh.
I want to cast a spell.
Can I have a Mountain Dew?
Yes, just go get one.
Hey guys, I'm gonna get a soda. Anybody want one?
Oh, good, thank you.
Hey Matt, I'm not in that room, right?
What
I
room?
want to cast magic missiles.
That room, the room she's casting all the spells in.
She hasn't actually cast a spell
I
yet.
am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting magic missiles.
Why are you casting magic missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
Okay, you attack the darkness. There's an elf standing in front of you.
Whoa, that's me, right?
He's wearing a brown cloak. He has gray hair and blue eyes.
No. I got gray eyes.
Let me see your sheet.
Look, it says I got blue eyes, but I decided I want gray eyes.
Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, so this is the part where you can talk to each other if you want.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice, yeah.
I am Galstaff, sorceress of light.
Why do you have to cast magic missile?
Okay, you guys are being attacked.
Do I see that happening?
Nope, you're outside in the tavern.
Cool. I get drunk.
There's like 7 ogres surrounding you.
Well, how can they surround us? I had Mordenkainen's Faithful Watchdog cast.
No, you didn't.
I'm getting drunk. Are there any girls?
I totally did. You asked me if I needed any equipment. I said no, but I need material components so I can cast Mordenkainen's Faithful Watchdog.
Yeah, but you never actually cast it.
Roll the dice to see if I'm getting drunk.
You are.
Nice. Are there any girls there?
Yeah.
I did though. I totally said that when you asked me.
No, you didn't. You didn't actually say you were casting the spell, so now there's ogres. Okay.
Ogres, I've got like a +9 dagger for them.
You're not in the room. You're getting drunk.
Oh yeah. If there are any girls there, I would like to do them.
There you have it. A frightening look into America's most frightening pastime. Remember that it's not your children's fault that they're being drawn into a satanic world of nightmare. It's their gym teacher's fault for making them feel outcast when they couldn't do one single pull-up. Welcome to That One D&D Livestream.
Welcome back to That One D&D Livestream. My name is Matt. I'm your Dungeon Master, and we are so excited to have you join us for this session. So, let's get right into it. In our last session, our players, our characters...
Heroes.
You are kind of getting into the point of being heroes,
We're
aren't
only
you?
about to sell away a super important map that'll mean the end of the world, but it's fine.
Fine. Anywho, so our heroes had spent some very important time looking at the treasure trove that they had discovered. Oh, they had discovered a cape. They had found some armor. They had also found a couple of potions that were in there, along with a boomerang that looked to be a very effective weapon for them, along with at least 11,000 gold coins worth of treasure. So they were prepared to leave the crypt and go on and achieve their objective, which was to pay off some of Disco's debt that he owed, as well as secure a means of getting out of the city of Dragasani, which is under siege by the elves of Ibn Taido. As they were leaving the crypts and going out, they ran into another party of grave robbers led by a woman, a half-elf woman named Farine, who has a history with both Pierce and Disco. So Farine intercepted them as they were leaving the crypts in the middle of the night, and she basically approached them and was willing to make a deal. In exchange for 5,000 gold coins, she wanted from them a piece of parchment that they had found in Emilia Rajki's sarcophagus inside the family crypt. a blank piece of parchment that was tucked in with a doll that her corpse was holding. And so she had said to Pierce that she had an employer who wanted this piece of parchment and was willing to pay a sum of $5,000. And as our last session ended, Pierce and the rest of the party had come together under dark of night to decide what they wanted to do. So, party of 5, as we start our new session, you've got a sense of what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It is still, it is late at night, early morning. You figure it's probably 2, maybe 2.5 hours until the sun comes up.
Wow.
Oh, we've been in there that long.
We've partied hard.
You've been in there a while. Well, you took a long rest. So, and then you spent several hours.
We rested hard.
Interacting with Franklin, your iron flask demon.
Friend.
Slave. Friend. Slave. Friend. Ally.
Friend.
Not friend.
Resource.
Resource. That's what I would love.
Frave. He's our Frave.
Frenemy.
Well, that's a good one.
So you are standing on this pathway outside
Teach his own.
of the Wailing Caves, which is where all of the sarcophagi, all the dead of Dragasani are buried. And you can hear the surf as it crashes against the cliff face below you. To your right, you can see, you know that the ocean is out there. You can smell the sea. You can see the lights of the many towers that protect the harbor, and you know that off to your left is this great city of Dragasani, which is under siege by the elves. What do you do?
Well, we were in conversation with Fur, if I remember correctly. So
You were in conversation with her. She's waiting for you to come back to her and tell her whether or not you're willing to take the deal.
No,
But
he
he
said
had-
we had,
Like 7,000.
we got to that cliffhanger where I said 7,000 and rolled the persuasion, and then we kind of cut there. So
We haven't got her answer.
Persuasion was 18.
thank you. Yeah, that's right.
18 plus.
Any modifiers you want to give it is fine.
Plus bar hat.
Plus Bartat.
That girl.
But that girl knitted without knitting needles. Don't ask questions.
History. You add your history.
Absolutely. Sure. I like it.
believe
I like it.
It might not be a positive modifier.
That's true.
Oh, come on. Come on.
So you tell Farine that you have the parchment, but rather than 5,000, you want...
Well, I told her, there's 7 of us. We thought 7 seemed reasonable. And given that we're just going to kind of hand it over without a whole lot of questions asked, and, given that our breakup wasn't actually my idea, perhaps I might lean into it a little bit.
You hear just go, that's harsh. Oof. Feel that burn all the way over here.
She looks at you and she smiles, and her smile has always been the kind of smile that if you weren't paying attention, it would be kind of the kind of smile that would just light you up inside. But if you knew her and you kind of looked deeply, you could just see that it was just kind of a soul-cutting smirk that she just carries. That indifference for other people, that in spite of that being part of her, you were willing to overlook that for the longest time.
Sure.
And she kind of thinks about it and she smiles. She said, I guess I wouldn't expect anything less from you. Let me talk to my team.
All right.
Give me a minute. I'll
All
come
right.
back to you.
We'll be over here. I come back to the group and I say, she's
Steps into the shadows beyond the light of your magical light source, and you can tell just with the starlight behind it, Reggie, the bugbear, leans into her, and then you hear the clink of armor of the dwarven priest who steps out of where he was attempting to hide.
Do I know what he's a priest of?
He's a priest of Zeus.
Great. Okay, good. Sweet.
We huddle up as well.
So they're considering the offer. If they say no, we'll have to decide if that's a hard line or if we're going to negotiate. But something tells me it's going to squeak out as a yes, because I think they want I think they want the paper, and frankly, I think it's worth a lot more than that.
It's the only thing that I'm thinking is, do they just have 7,000 gold pieces on them right now?
I assume so.
I mean, they've been digging the graves.
Yeah.
everyone in
If
there.
they're willing to make, I mean, you know, how else are we going to do it? You know,
That's
we're all
why
gonna,
I'm asking.
I know, right?
We have to go to this mysterious client who
Well,
has this
it's-
money. Did he
it's
just give them
possible.
10,000 to go spend on whatever they wanted?
I don't know. I'll have to find out. It's a good question.
So the realist in me is kind of wondering, do you think I mean, we don't want it to come to this, clearly, but do you think we could take him if it did come to that? He's a pretty big dude, but like, I mean, we got 2 minutes. Do you think we have
I don't know. I don't know.
Excuse me. There we go. Hello.
Scoreboard.
Come on.
Scoreboard.
Hold on, let's go.
Okay.
There it is. There it is. Wow, I can't get it to go away.
And again, it's just me, you know? I'm
It's
kind of just
always
being
hit.
devil's advocate here, but like, do you think we could take him?
Oh, for
if
sure.
it came to that?
I don't think.
I know you don't.
I don't
want
think
to.
it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna come to that.
Alright.
So you know,
Win or lose, I don't think it's gonna come to that.
you know Farine enough to know that she's quite competent and capable with the sorcerer's arts. In terms of how that compares to like other sorcerers, you really can't say. But it's safe to say that her experience is probably on par with yours. Reggie, you know, to be a bit of a pit fighter. He gets a lot of experience in the city in their various pit fighting arenas. That's where he lost his ear. He is a bruiser. He's all about fighting with the fists.
He bruises or he bruises?
Oh, he bruises.
He's anemic.
Yeah.
He's anemic, so he just bruises really easy.
He's you know,
His name is Hematoma.
you know, his preferred start to any fight is usually a quick sneak attack where he'll throw a punch out that his opponent isn't expecting, rocks them on their heels, and then he makes short order of them. But he's a pretty tough individual. The rest of that group you really don't know anything about, especially the Chapardour. The Chapardour, the raccoon folk. You know that they tend to kind of gravitate towards the edge of society. They tend to end up being arrested for things like robbery, burglary, things like that.
Robbery.
I like that word. I heard it come out, and I actually liked it immediately.
I'm a robber.
But none of you really have much interaction with that particular race. So about half of the group, you really
You have
can't
first-hand
say.
knowledge.
And I know nothing about any of these.
And they have a.
That's right. Fat Gil has no connection with them at all. Same with
Men's
Template. You really have no
raccoons.
experience.
What are we doing with this? I'm handing it to somebody for some reason.
Ugly hairy boy.
No? Yes? No?
Right.
I don't know where the shit is.
So
Okay,
Farine
so-
steps back
Oh,
into
they're
the
right
light,
Okay.
and Reggie kind of comes to the edge of the light, and kind of at that point you can just see like shadow in his eye sockets and that, and you can see he's just kind of rocking back and forth, and he's flexing his hands and
Okay.
that. And she walks up to you and says, "You strike a hard bargain, Pierce. You've always been somebody that's been hard to read at times, but we can do 7,000."
All right. Well, I told you
So
this
8,000
before,
points.
and I'll tell you before. The only reason you can't read me is because there's nothing to read. What you see is what you get. You never got that. But 7 it is. How are we
Why
gonna
you
do,
poking the bear?
how are we gonna do the trade? How are we gonna do the trade?
This?
How are we gonna do the trade?
So she says, "Well, you know, maybe you're right. Maybe there really was nothing there."
Chaos, you set yourself right up for that. Come on.
None of you can hear any of this.
We're like,
We see it in your body language.
I say.
Auto defense.
I just say. You know. I know.
exactly
I know
what's
different.
going on. I'm like, this is what he's just said.
Most.
We came as quick as we did. I heard Pierce got burned. The medics come in. All right. Well, how are we gonna make the change? Exchange.
Let's see the paper, and then you see a kid hands up and snaps her fingers, and then you hear these little pat, and a couple of figures come into the edge of the light. 2 Chapardour, stocky humanoid shapes with raccoon faces and fur, and between them they're holding this chest that's on a couple of poles between them,
Mhm.
and they set it down.
Okay. Temperance. Can you grab the paper and stay 5 steps behind me, but hold the paper up so everyone can see it?
I can.
Okay. And I'm going to stay a
still
good, healthy
over?
step away from them.
That girl
They can see Temperance. They can see me.
behind me.
We see the chests, and we see fur, right?
Got
Okay.
me back.
And I say, so open up the chest. Let's see what's in there.
And count each piece individually.
I cast No Touchy the Paper as a second level spell.
No time.
She's looking at your group, looking at the paper, looks at the two shop doors. And one of them
Dactyl
leans
chanting,
in,
"No
leans
touching the
in,
paper."
and you see these very, he kind of slides these very small things out. Pulls the lock out, flips it open,
Mm-hmm.
carpet of gold,
Okay.
just laid across the
All right.
body of the chest.
I'm going to say, well, we don't actually need the chests. So,
Doesn't matter. They don't need to know.
might be a little unusual.
Oh God, don't show him.
Everybody calm down.
Kill the
So-
bard!
Just dump it on the ground.
And Reggie leans into her and says, "That's really weird. Why do they want to dump it on the ground?"
Just put the chest.
Well, we want to make sure, Reggie, that there's not copper under the gold.
Good save. Just go. Good save.
That's actually true.
Why didn't we put copper into the and Farine looks at you. And looks to the two shop jewelry. And they tip it and just go,
Okay.
but not the whole thing. Just
Okay.
about maybe a third of it. And then they set it down.
Shifty little
Okay.
bastards.
Fair. All right.
That's my gold. It's still from earlier. It's right there.
And they both lean into you.
All right.
One of them holds up your.
Fuck.
So, I call Temperance forward. Paper, please.
I give it to you.
Please.
Paper.
I have the paper. And I say, have the very, very sneaky, very, very tricky guys step away from the chest and the gold. And I'll hand you the paper over here. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Jobus wants to keep a close eye on the raccoon
Me too.
folk.
And that girl.
No, actually, I'm looking at the dandelion on the ground.
No, that girl.
so cool. Sorry, what?
Farine looks
No.
at the two shepherd door and she gives a head nod, head signal, and they very reluctantly, they're looking at all this gold, kind of whispering to step back away from it about 3-4 feet.
Okay. All right. I kind of step over to the side and I say, grab the paper. I'm not letting go yet. Okay. And then
She looks at it in the light,
Okay.
and you can see her fingers kind of sliding over the make of the paper.
Okay. All right. And I say, hey, Jolvis and Disco, you guys want to come grab this chest of gold?
Yeah, sure do.
I'm not very strong, but I'll do my best. Yeah.
I'm there.
You're here
You
with
have the
I'm gonna
paper, so
start
Your hair was kinda
scooping
mean.
up the gold.
At this point, Reggie steps into the light,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and he's kind of so you've got Farine to his left.
Mm-hmm.
The chest is to the right. You guys can are scooping the gold.
Okay.
What are you scooping it into?
That's not good.
Just back into the
Back
chest.
Back into the chest. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
do want to fiddle my fingers through just the leftovers.
Okay. And I'll just
Farine says, you know, things didn't end very well for us, but we're always straight up, right?
I'm being straight.
That's what I'm going to.
Everything look good?
Hope so.
Looks
good to
great.
me.
Looks good.
I let go of the paper.
No one used air quotes on gold, so we're good.
She takes the paper from you, she unfolds it. You can see that she kind of looks at it. She holds it up to the starlight above her,
Mm-hmm.
and then tucks it, folds it a second time, puts it in a pouch, and says, I think we're done.
All right. Good trade. No one got hurt this time. How many times has that happened?
Dumb thing for us to have done. But I'm glad
Well,
we
if
did
you-
it. Just goes glad we
You
did it.
kind of knew what you were going into ahead of time. You wouldn't get hurt.
Yeah. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. All right. We're going to gather our gold. You guys can take off if you'd like.
And with that, she kind of looks at Reggie and says, Put your toys away. It's time to go." Reggie just kind of looks at the whole group, and then he looks at Temperance especially. He's like, "Would have liked to have fought my son, and that was all." We were next time. And then he slips into the shadows. You hear the dwarf trying to be secretive.
Where did she put the piece of paper?
She folds it together. You see it tucks it inside
Her breastplate.
her yeah. Where else would you put it? Or the vest inside her blouse.
Let's see. All right.
Smart.
All right. Well,
Would you like us to go?
Then she pauses for a second and says, "So are you sticking around? You staying in the city?"
well, we tried to find a way out here. We're gonna keep trying.
Let's find a way out. Let me know. Maybe I'll join you.
And you as well. If you see a way out, let me know. We can always be friends, even if nothing more.
And they both walk into each other and then turn and walk.
We're not really looking for a way to leave. I mean, there's
Oh, interesting.
too many
Okay.
opportunities here.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense.
If the city changes hands, it's just
Well, there's always that pesky killing one out of every 2 or 10 or whatever it ends up being. So you want to be careful of that. Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to not be in the line when they do the count.
I know how it
If you're
works.
somewhere else, then
Yeah?
maybe you can get away with it.
You never know where those lines form, though. Be careful.
My plan is to be somewhere else. So when she looks at you, she says, I hope that you all get out safely. I really
Thanks.
do."
Thanks. Well, we'll look you up if we don't.
I don't trust me.
With that, she slips away into the shadows, and you just hear them kind of heading off down the path until you can't hear them.
Okay. All right, so I can come back. Okay, let's just put the gold in the chest, and off we go.
I open my little pocket and pull out the
No, you don't. No, you don't. As you reach into your pocket, I put it away. Pick up the chest, and off we go.
Really?
Yep. Put all the gold back in the chests.
All right.
It's really heavy.
Oh, I can carry it. You can carry it. We're pretty
You
strong.
grab this actually.
We both carry it.
Actually, we have the Amazons.
Yeah, it's about
Wait.
700 pounds. It's a pretty heavy.
Wait,
chest.
Piers.
So you need at
This
least
is a little chapador. Fucking strong. Jesus. Couldn't we just take this back into the crypt real fast and do it there so we're not in the public eye and then we don't have to carry this chest?
I'm just afraid they're going to, as I said this very quietly, I'm just afraid they're watching or somebody's continuing to watch to see what happens.
Let's just head back into the
Dark
crypt.
then.
Well, then if we come back out without the chest, what's the deal?
Yeah.
So I think the 4 of us, let's just do 4 of us on one on each end of the pole.
Piers.
Perception.
Let's just
Very wise. I'm not very wise.
let's get down to the apartment and we'll make the change there.
Apartment's pretty
You
far
step
from
into
here.
the
So it
dark
goes up
and
the
look,
city.
you just can
Is it on the
see
way?
them
No,
kind
you don't
of
think it's on the
fading
way?
as they
I don't know if
turn
it's on the
up.
way.
Everyone?
I don't know if it's on the way or
Wow,
not.
everyone. You only
You
catch
follow
up.
after
hold on.
them, Jelvis, to
Oh,
see
Piers,
where
we're
they're
going
going.
I
to-
walked into the dark to see if I could see anybody staying, but I saw everybody that I could.
You saw
Out
them
of our
all
eyesight.
leave.
Reggie walked
I
around
saw
the
shadows.
toilet.
There were only 2
You
chapadors
saw
that showed up the
light.
first time.
You
There
saw
were
maybe
3 originally.
4.
I saw maybe 4.
Check. your
Okay.
bags.
I just think they're watching this.
Yes,
They're
that's fine.
definitely
But
watching
remember,
this.
we're going to go meet Zolkar at the Copper King's place, so I don't want to walk in there with a chest.
We could make
No.
a human.
So
human-
Matt, what's between here for us? Like, is there an apartment or someplace where what's between here and our destination
If I
closer to
remember
the
right.
edge of the city?
Okay, it is above us.
Yes,
like
it
we're
is.
gonna come out and loop back up. My apartment is on the far opposite side of this place.
Is there like a tavern or someplace we could duck into that we know people? I'm sure we know people.
Yeah, there's a number of taverns between where you're going to. So as you recall, this area of catacombs, there's a pathway that leads along the face of the sea cliff, but its terminus in the city is on the edge of a fairly prominent kind of upscale neighborhood.
Mhm.
And if you recall, it was on the edge of that neighborhood that you fought the zombies,
right.
and the giant rats that were dropped on the city.
Yeah.
So,
that guy's
you can
place.
go
What's that
back
guy's
to
place?
One print shop.
Yeah. Let's go back there. I just want to keep up appearances because if we don't have this chest, they're going to go, how do they suddenly magically put away all the gold? Maybe we need to reconsider the deal. Well, that's the whole thing. I want them to not see the chest disappear. So let's go back to that print shop.
How much time do we have before it's been 2 hours?
Before
It's been at least an hour.
Well, we had like an hour left, and then that probably
we
took.
had-
We had an hour left.
20 minutes into that hour, I thought. That last hour.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
remember
at
that,
least.
but
I think we only have maybe half an hour.
Okay.
left. And that's how long it takes to get there.
but wasn't that place right on the way?
So in terms of when the previous session started, when you were counting the treasure, kind of figuring out what you wanted to do, and Zulkar gave you the message, you've chewed up about an hour and a half of your time. So you only have about 30 minutes left.
But it takes that long to get
It
there.
takes about that long to get
Because
there.
I know we want to be cautious, but
Well, all we need is like 5 minutes to just go someplace where they're not tailing us.
they're not trailing us right now. We can go back into that same crypt we just.
But then what happens when we come out without a
I couldn't
chest?
see them.
All I'm saying is, I have to go meet someone who is already very angry at me, and you're proposing we wander through the city with a treasure chest.
No, not
Oh,
split.
that's not a bad idea.
You guys need an oracle.
Hello.
Yeah, there's one down the road if you want to go.
You know, I'm actually okay with that. That's actually a good idea. So why don't you go ahead? We know where we're going.
Because that's true. I've already dragged you into this. I don't want to drag everybody else in.
So we'll just go take care of this and get everything squared away. You guys go into it, and then we'll connect up after this.
Sure.
What tavern do we want to? We'll just meet you at the tavern you go at.
Do you need the money
Let's go to the
at
yeah.
that point?
So you're going to
I
attack.
don't think I need the money at that. I don't want him to know we have all.
Well, we were gonna. That's what we were.
You're going to the candle maker.
Well, we don't have
Yes.
the time now. Is the whole thing, right?
He knows
So we're just gonna go to a tavern that we know about.
You think he's going to believe that we turned all of those drugs around for gold already? There's no way. He's going to wonder where I got all of this gold from all of a sudden.
Why don't you just give him the gems?
Because it's only people. I have been dodging debt for a long, long time. If I
No, but-
show up and talk to the Copper King after I talked to him just earlier today, all of a sudden with all of these gemstones, he's going to ask questions. I don't want him asking questions.
What are you gonna do?
You don't owe him more
I'm just
than-
going to treat it as normal, like I always do. I'm just going to show. We just barely talked to him.
And we said we'd get the gold, and now we have it.
Yes.
So what is he gonna
Because
do? If we only have the 5,000
How-
on us when we go, then how is he
you
gonna
want
know
to
that there is more?
bring this giant pouch of gold, would you just trust me? I have been dodging debt way longer than we've had this gold in the first place.
So you're not gonna bring. So you're not gonna bring the gold. You're just gonna
No,
dodge
I'm not
the.
going to walk into the Copper King and Zorkar's place with a whole bag of gold.
Okay.
I don't want to fuck you all over. I've already done that enough.
But okay,
Like I'm
great.
doing it now.
So you're. You know what you're doing. So we'll take all the gold. We'll go to the wand and fiddle.
No, you don't even have to come. It can
From a
just
time
be me.
standpoint,
Okay.
it's about 4 in the morning, and there aren't going to be any taverns. Pretty much every establishment is going to be closed.
Well, let's just go back to.
Disco's apartment.
I'll meet you, Zach.
Yeah.
You have a
Disco's
key.
apartment, it's on the other side of the city.
We've all got a key.
So it's going to take
It's
you
not locked.
probably 45 minutes to get there.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. We'll just head straight there. They're gonna
Exactly.
stop. They'll come back. It'll work out.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Good. I'm glad we had this talk.
All right.
Let's go.
So
Do you want any?
These three are going back to my place.
Before we go, do you want any money?
I have 160 gold pieces.
And
Do you
I
want
have
more than that?
Can I have it?
271.
271. Okay.
And 500 worth of drugs.
Yeah. Do you guys want more than that? Or are you good? Is that what you want?
I don't want him to think that I have more gold than I have right now.
All right. You know what you're doing.
So
I trust
can
you,
I
man.
have it?
No, you cannot have
So-
this.
Why would you take any gold into it? If you won't take 1,000 gold, why would you take 100 gold? Why would you take 1 gold?
That's a good point. Will you open up that sack real fast for me?
Just put the gold.
Yeah,
in
I'm
there.
going to put my 160
Just
gold pieces.
hand it?
All of the wealth that I have on me is going inside.
I'll take your little
We'll just take
sack.
it.
I suggest.
Don't open up the
You
portal.
go
I won't
Franklin
open
in
the
there
portal,
too.
but I will take it.
I suggest you put Franklin in there too. Could you imagine?
Oh, yeah.
Hold of Franklin. Could you imagine?
Hey, Pierce. Pierce. I mean, I'm Pierce. Sorry. Disco.
Yes, disco.
Pierce.
I don't know where that came from.
That hill.
Hand me the flask.
Well,
I won't open it.
well, hold on. Now that you're bringing him up, what is it? Does it look like an iron flask? Like, would it look like a normal flask that would go in one of my pouch things?
So the
My.
You knew what it was when you first saw it, though, so.
Well, I've been studying this kind of stuff for a while. Copper King's an idiot. He lent money to me.
He does have a point.
Maybe more of an idiot
On an
savant.
errand,
So the
boy.
flask. So the flask is an iron flask, but the outside of it has at
Clay.
some point is clay. So most of it is covered in a ceramic flask, but part of it is broken away, revealing the iron beneath.
Right.
And then you have the stopper.
Do you want
I have
to?
to
Do you want to
say-
trust this?
Disco,
I have to
I'm
say-
just saying, it's too big a risk. If he got Franklin. it
Okay.
would
Okay.
be-
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. Disco knows everything he needs to know. Hold on. No. No.
Technically,
No more words. 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 No more words.
Fine.
No more.
These siblings.
So we're-
No more words. No more words.
I'll hear what
Just
Disco has to say. I'll hear what.
Prince was talking first.
What do you have to say,
Prince was
Tempest?
talking first.
Cisco, I will never open that flask.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Unless there was some dire need. I will never take control of him.
Okay.
You are fair to entrust him with me.
I don't care if I need to open it.
after
That's
dire
fine.
need that's happened so far.
I'm just saying.
Well, you know I'm not going to.
Well, the only thing I was going to say is he was kind of my failsafe in case anything did happen, because it is just going to be me and Jorvis. Put it in my
That
satchel.
is another good.
That's a good point. I think
Okay.
we use him
I-
as savior.
I think it's a bit of a risk, but okay. It's your deal.
A little bit, but
Okay.
also going in there, just us, is
I'm just
inherently
starting.
dangerous.
I'm just starting to, get to know you all. I just
Oh,
want
no,
you to know.
Well, I appreciate it.
It's been
Cameron,
a-
I would have no problem if you
Oh,
opened the
certainly.
flask. It's not like I want to be
Right.
possessive of the
Right.
flask. It's just
What is he best going to get useful? That's the question.
All right. We'll meet you back at your place.
sounds good. We'll
All
see
right.
you there.
All right. Sweet. Okay, and the 5 of us are
We're so fucked.
somebody on each side of a pole. There's 4 people carrying the big chest. I assume at least 4 or 5 of us can carry the damn thing. So.
Yep. All right. So
And I kept
the
my well.
three
At
of
4
you
in the
head
morning.
back to Disco's place. The city itself, for the most part, is silent. It's quiet. It's early in the morning. You cross several of the main thoroughfares where the peasants that have been displaced and come in from the countryside. You can see they are all tucked away in their makeshift camps and tents, snoring. Just the most common sound is snoring as you work your way through. There are a number of guard posts along the way that you do a very good job of kind of circumventing, and you make it to Disco's place.
Sweet.
With no interruption.
Okay.
No difficulty.
Okay. We get back there, and I say, I was just saying be quiet because everybody's kind of coming to Disco, and he tends to kind of push back in those situations. So, he's got the information he had, so that's why I was saying be quiet. And I knew you'd tell him something useful, but it was just too much information.
And I punch him.
Ow. Ow. Don't need to.
It's outside of combat. All right, so Jovis and Disco, as you see them head off into the night in the city. What do you do?
I'm running to make sure I get there on time to the house of Omoikane.
And I'm keeping up as
Okay.
best I can.
Through the night.
All right, so just as the other 3 experience, the city is pretty much asleep at this point in time. You can only guess that most of the guards are now positioned on the city walls in preparation of a potential attack by the elves. You work your way through the city very quickly. The buildings recede as you get to the house of Omoikane, which is an abandoned monastery. And as you get there, you see in the shadows of a building across the street, you can see 3 figures kind of standing in the shadows.
In the shadows
across from the temple.
Across from the temple. Okay. Like, can we just see their silhouettes?
Yeah. You get it. You're pretty certain that one of the 3 is Zulkor. You recognize his shape. He's big. He's a big dragonborn, but he's kind of soft, so he's kind of thick in the middle.
About how far away are they from me?
About 50 feet.
So
on the edge of your vision.
So we're not there. Is that what you want? Not there. You said there. You said over there.
And you see a hand. You see the shape go, and it kind of gestures towards the entrance of the monastery.
Why is this? We go in the direction. I give him a thumbs up. Stop.
So
This is what
you go into the entrance of the monastery, and you see 3 figures step out from the shadow into the city. Has streetlights all through it, and you see 3 figures step out from the shadows into the light and work their way towards you.
As a note, so the iron flask, it's in clay.
Yes.
But is that clay still in the shape of a flask?
Yes.
It looks like I would have put it in one of my flask holsters.
Okay.
For kind of quick access. Okay. Just so you're aware. On the way over.
So you see Zulkor very clearly as he steps into the light. His black dragon-born scaly muzzle reflected in the light. He has a heavy cloak draped over his shoulders, dark. He walks with a kind of stiff gait that you're used to seeing from him. Beside him is a human figure, probably 5'6", 5'7", and then a very small figure next to him. You can't tell if it's a child or something else. That the small figure is smaller than you. Just kind of trotting very quickly to keep up.
And I'm only 3
They
feet
cross
tall.
the street. They approach you. Zulkor, his eyes, the light hits his eyes, and it's just these 2 small points of red as he sees you and Jovis in the shadows, and he says, "So good to see you."
The pleasure's all mine, Zulkar. You look great.
The pleasure will be everybody's when we are done here right now.
Yes.
He says, Disco, may I introduce to you Draku Rasta.
Draku Rast.
And you see an individual dressed in, he has a cloak pulled very tightly around him. Not very tall, about 5'6". Has a very broad brimmed hat that is blocking what light there is that you can see, but he takes the hat off. Very pale blonde hair, a beard that kind of spills down over very nice clothing and attire. And next to him, you recognize a goblin.
I recognize the goblin, or I recognize it as a goblin. Okay.
Right? The goblin is standing there. Not like most you've seen a few goblins in your life.
That's a little one.
The little one. This goblin is very thin, almost emaciated. Its eyes just bulge out of its head. Its flesh is very pale green.
How tall is it?
In the light. Maybe 3 feet at best.
Because I'm 3 feet.
Yeah, it's probably you probably got it by about 4 inches.
Wow.
It's very small. Probably weighs 60 pounds at most.
I weigh 45.
Okay, you only weigh 45?
Gnomes
so
are
it's
tiny.
probably okay. So let's retcon that. It probably weighs 25 to 30 pounds. This thing is a
So
wisp of a.
He's
of
a chihuahua.
goblin. It just and as it's looking at you, it's kind of got its lips pursed, and it's just kind of looking at both of you.
So sorry, does it look like it's young or like it's really old?
Is it Baby Yoda?
Is it?
Oh my
Or is it-
god.
I want it to be Baby Yoda.
Dobby? Dobby? Is it Dobby?
Not quite, but
So does it look like
not
it's
Baby Yoda.
so-
More Dobby than Baby
Does it
Yoda.
look like it's so
Welcome to
elderly that
D&D
it's
Doesn't look old.
Or does
It doesn't look old,
young, or it's
but it
just-
also it's for a goblin is probably you're guessing like maybe middle age. So it doesn't have like wispy hair, and it's not looking
It's
wrinkly.
just
Just
little.
thin and little.
like not eating enough, or just
That's what I would gather.
sorry, I'm trying to get a
Very
good
fancy
image.
Maybe, or maybe
Clovis
there's
is
something.
really
Maybe
concerned.
there's something like it's sick, something that is
Tapeworm.
causing it to.
That's what I was looking for.
What god does it worship?
Should be
What's its
sick.
backstory?
Yeah, could be sick.
god
It's
is
causing it to be
worship?
emaciated because goblins are typically a lot sturdier
Sure.
than that, not
Okay.
taller, but sturdier.
Okay.
So his name is Draku. Draku.
Draku. Draku.
Yep. Rasta.
Raska.
Oh, Raska.
Raska.
Well, hello, Draku Raska. It's very nice to meet you. My name is Jorvis. Pleasure. Disco. Sorry. My name is Disco. This is my associate, Jorvis.
I'm just my associate
Who knows their name tonight? What's all
What the
that?
hell's going on?
And he's
I'll put out a hand.
And then he
Oh,
puts his
hello.
hand out. He's like, and his eyes are very small points of light in that, and he just smiles. This very thin smile. He's like, "It's so good to meet you.
Yes, right.
I've heard very much about both of you, and I must say that I am very pleased to have this opportunity to be leaving the city with both of you.
Oh yeah. In a major way. We are very, very excited to get out of here too. Such an esteemed guest. Of course. And who's this little one? Hello. Oh hi. I'm Disco. You are?
and it's like, my name is Karina.
So it's a female.
He says, yeah, this is Karina. Karina is my companion. We have worked together for a very long time. You see, I'm what you would call an intellectual in the city and the world, really, but let's just stick with the city here. And Karina is my assistant. If there's any time I ever need to recall any information, Karina provides it for me.
Oh, that's very handy. You're an intellectual? I'm something of an intellectual myself. I studied for about a year at the wizard school here. So I might be curious to know what you are an intellectual of.
Well, let's just say that in my my career, my life, my responsibility, my role is to provide information for those that are power brokers. And so, it may be that my information is about things like finance and markets and trends like that, but it could also be about things like where military movements are going, or perhaps the power of a god compared to other gods. You just never know. It's my job to find out the most important pieces of information.
And as he's saying this, Karina next to him is just kind
Wow.
of shaking. Like,
So it's
Intellectual indeed. That is many hats to be wearing. Is that not right, Julius? Wow.
yeah.
So impressive.
So
That's crazy how many things he must know about.
So you can understand why it's very important for somebody like myself to be getting out of this situation where the city could be sort of thinned of a large number of its
course.
population.
Yes, of
'Cause you can
course.
never tell if you're going to be on the side that gets kept or the side that gets... And I don't want to be on the
Yeah.
Oh,
side.
yes, no.
Neither
We want to
do
make sure
we,
you are
neither
not
do
on
we.
that side. So,
Exactly. So my understanding is that we have a ship waiting for us, and that
We sure
you
do.
and your, I guess you have companions somewhere.
yep,
They're
they
not
are
here, they're not
getting
here.
the ship ready
Sail
as
this
we
ship
speak.
and tuck it in.
Zolkar laughs. He's like, yeah, it's very funny that they're getting ship ready.
They're getting
They
what
saw
did I say what I said? I meant to say they're
getting
getting
their
ready to
shit
get
ready.
on the ship. They're getting their shit ready to get on the ship is what I meant. That's what I
That
meant.
makes better
Yes.
sense. Get shit ready.
Because you know where you know where ship is.
I
It's
do know where ship is.
being kept safe for us, so that we can.
Ship is ready to sail.
Yes.
Just needs captain and crew to sail ship.
Yep.
Disco, you
that's-
know me. When we make deal, I live up to deal.
And that's what I plan to do right now for you. Live up to this deal. Speaking of which, where are we taking you, Mr. Raska?
Yes, so I'm hoping that perhaps you can take me to Vale Matua. I need to meet up with individuals on that continent. It's not that far away. Perhaps it's 7-8 days sail at best. I'm sure you're more than capable of getting me there.
Of course, yes. Easy, breezy, lemon squeezy is something that I say. Now,
Lemon squeezy is one of my favorite drinks. I love the lemon
so
squeezy.
good. So good. Well, Zolkar, always a pleasure, but it seems like Mr. Raska really needs to get going here. So we better get this show on the road.
I completely agree. So, let's go. And with that, he starts to walk into the abandoned monastery.
With
He takes
Mr.
like
Raska?
4 steps and stops and says,
Does he want to go?
yeah, everybody,
Sure,
yeah. He's like,
Because I know this place.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Oh, it's
Next to the Valplu Mountains.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay, so you said he took about 4 steps.
yeah, he
and
takes
then-
like 4 steps into the shadows of the entryway into this abandoned monastery and stops and says, time is pressing. We go, right?
We do have our other companions.
Right,
Need
and
to-
that's not where we left our ship for safekeeping. So I thought.
No, you didn't, did you? In
Mm,
fact, you left your ship and ship got taken by the king.
Yep.
King takes ship, then ship disappears, which to most people means ship belongs to someone else. So we go to where ship is now.
oh, so you're saying that you have my ship?
No, I don't have your ship.
Oh, so where are you going?
Someone else has ship.
Oh boy,
I take you to Copper King. Copper King has ship.
Copper King has my ship. That's great news.
You settle debts, you get on ship, everybody goes, everybody happy.
Got you. Yes. Well, so okay, then we need to just go get our companions. So if we're going to get on this ship now, that's not going to quite work for us, right, Jorvis? We need our
wanted to
people.
ensure that we met you in the appropriate time frame that you gave us. So here we are.
to show you that
You said 2 hours, and I showed up because you know me. I'm good for
show
the deal.
you-
But you show up, you're not ready to go?
You didn't tell me this was the plan, Zolkar. I didn't know you got my ship ready
Messages
to...
have limits, only so many words.
I'm
and
not a
you're
mind
saying,
reader,
"Hold on a minute, I
Zolkar.
got to
I'm not.
talk
I'm
to you.
sorry that I
I'll call
can't
you
read your mind
later,
through the
and then
message.
What am I supposed to do?
I'm trying to figure out fire in my hands. I can't just also learn how to read minds.
Look, you need to do better with your side of message. Look, the ship is waiting. If you want on ship, you want to have this back, you need to have coin in hand to pay your debts.
Coin? Oh, yep. Yes.
Then you get ship. We all get on ship. We go.
we will
Are you telling me that you need time to find what the rest of your group?
not find. We are aware of where they are.
We have...
Let us retrieve our companions, pay our debts, and then we will be on our way.
Well, so the thing is, though, if I recall this, the deal was I was going to take your person, Mr. Roska, again, pleasure. Very excited to talk more to you. I was going to take him somewhere. That was between you and me. And then the Copper King, I've made arrangements with him as well, so I don't know... The settled debts, what are you talking about?
You get on ship with Mr. Raska. You and me, we are square. But I know, you have debts with Copper King.
This man, what does
You
he think I am,
settled
a
debts with
miracle
Copper
worker?
King. It's all good. I just want to make sure that my associate gets out of city.
Yes,
So
that
you
is
do
going
the
to
right
happen.
thing.
Can I have... How long does it take to get to my apartment from here? If I'm like in a good job, like a hurry, like...
You can probably get there in like 25 minutes if you...
Can you give me
Yes,
1
love-
hour to go get my companions and to get this debt ready to settle?
1 hour? Do you know what can happen in 1 hour?
You're right. I'm so sorry. Let me solve this real fast. Oh, that's right, Zolkar. I'm not a miracle worker. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best for you right here. Can I just go get this stuff so I can settle this debt? And the longer we are standing here talking, the longer that Mr. Ruska is stuck in this city.
I believe it is in everybody's best interest for us to simply retrieve our companions and our debt in order to fulfill this
Thank you, Dorvis.
So you doing intimidation or
persuasion.
Persuasion.
Okay. Do it with advantage.
Not bad. 21.
Nice.
So give you hour and 20 minutes.
Hour and 20? That's what I'm talking about.
Goes fast.
You got it.
We will, and I'm gonna
Flip,
grab
flip, 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 flip.
Disco and literally start running toward us apart.
You see, as you turn, they kind of recede into the shadows of the monastery.
Okay.
Just go
All right.
down.
So you cruise through the city, just as the rest of your party kind of experience this. The side streets have the indigent, the people who have been displaced by this war, living under little canopies and makeshift tents and that. You hear coughing, crying children, but you are not intercepted by a patrol, and you make it back to your place safe.
Everybody gets your things. Oh, wait, we already did that. All right. So, everybody meet me in the living room, please. I run in now, start pouring drinks for everybody, shakily with my hands. Okay.
Do we have time for this, Disco?
I don't know. I got an extra 20 minutes on top of this. Boy, we are good. So, listen, everybody. Temperance, your ship is... So, you know how it was with the city guard?
Yes.
It's not there anymore. It is with a gentleman called the Copper King, a lovely fellow.
Isn't that who you owe the money?
Yes.
It's one of the people I owe some money to. So, the ship is there.
Okay.
I met the gentleman that we will be escorting, a Mr. Draku Raska. Wonderful fellow.
Where will we be
Intellectual.
taking him?
We are taking him to Velmutia. Does that sound right to people?
What?
What'd you say?
No, it's
We're taking... No.
Volmatava.
Hey, man. Do I know that guy?
Vamtois.
That guy.
Wait, what's his name?
Do I know Dracul? Do I know him?
Is what we call it.
Roll
All there.
a
Whatever it is, tell me.
roll a.
No need to roll.
23.
23. You've heard of him, but very indirectly. You know that he is somebody who is considered a bit of an intellectual.
Okay.
And he is favored by both the crown and leaders of the various guilds
Oh, cool.
for the
Okay.
knowledge that he has.
All right, cool. Excellent.
So anyways, yes, it took a little persuasion, but right now, we need to get back there, and I have to settle my debt with the Copper King. Apparently, he thought that we could secure... was there a timeline? I feel like this is... Anyways, we have to
I think
go.
the Copper King gave us 24 hours, if I
Oh,
remember.
yeah, I need to start taking notes for these arrangements that I'm making with these deals. Anyways, yeah, so we need to get this gold figured out to pay him, and then we can get onto the boat and we can get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so the boat is where?
Copper
At
King.
the House of Omoikane.
Okay.
Omoikane.
Omoikane. Okay, Omoikane. Omoikane.
Yes, that's
All right.
what's up.
Yes.
I was afraid of this.
We were released or freed
That's
by
perfect.
the prince.
That's where I was going to. So I've got a plan for that already.
Okay.
I know how to get a hold of the prince. I'm going to wait in that tavern and say it's an emergency. You have to leave right now. I'm going to make my way, and people are free to join me, whoever, with the prince under disguise to where this ship is going to be. So we need to go to the Temple of Omoikane, right?
Mm-hmm. So that's how I pronounce it.
So I have a disguise ready for the prince, but I need him to come meet us, and I don't control his timelines. All I can do is get a message to him, but we are committed to take him.
You need to give me a heads up when you make these kind of deals. Okay.
We talked about this. We talked
I feel
about
like you're
this.
just walking outside of the realm.
We totally talked about this.
Right.
We are all aware of this.
Let's agree. Notes are helpful.
What is happening right now is not ideal and not what I had expected. But silver lining, the boat is ready to go, and that was not the case before.
And we have the money to pay your
Silver
rent.
lining is we're going back to my hometown. It sounds like.
That's where you're from?
Oh,
That is where that goes.
That's exciting. We get
Well,
to
that's
meet your
fantastic.
family and your home village up at there.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Will we be eating?
Yeah, there's
Anyways,
that.
I hate to put a pressure on all of you, but time is of the essence. Time is of the essence here.
All right.
So we need to contact this prince, and how much
These prince or
how much
that
gold do I owe?
5,000.
Okay, we need to get 5,000 gold apiece into that chest.
But we need to only walk in there with only
The chest.
5,000.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
Hey,
And I
done,
can go
done,
with you
done.
since I was
before I can leave to this whole, back home, I got a little debt to settle with the boy that I gave my dangly to, and I'm gonna need Franklin's help. Would you mind loaning me that bottle?
Insight.
Uh,
I want to do an insight check.
Insight check?
Our good friend Stagger. That's a
100%
one.
honest.
That's a one.
Okay.
I've never
Well,
heard.
I give him the damn bottle.
I've never heard him talk so sincerely and honestly in my life.
So, I, of course, happy to help you because you've done so much to help me, but
That's right, buddy.
there is, I only have, an hour now? Mm-hmm. There's only an hour.
Okay.
That we need to get there.
Let me put the pause on this. Temperance, can you and your Amazons go with me to get the prince?
Yes.
You guys stay together. We'll meet you at the temple.
But we need to. Are you count the
exactly what
5,000 gold? Are you counting as we speak?
Let's pull the chest out. We pull the chest out, put 5,000 into
So
it.
take the other 2,000, put it in our.
Yeah, because it was 7.
Secret.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So 2,000
We
goes
just
in.
count. So we count out.
So you have 5 in a
Keep in mind,
chest.
every
Only 2,000?
1,000 coins is 100 pounds. Just so you know.
Well, yeah, do the whole pull thing, so the 3
I'm
of them
just
can
saying,
take it.
You're not using the
hole.
the portable hole. You're
Right,
carrying
right.
100 pounds of
Right.
coin for whatever it is.
Well,
you're
between 3 people, though. Yeah. Okay. So you got the chest, you got the poles, the
And
3
we
you
need
can handle it.
3,000 gold piece in that, or we need
5.
No.
5 in it.
5,000.
5 in it.
5,000 gold piece.
3,000 worth of drugs from my guild or 5,000 gold.
And you got the 5.
So we have 5,000 gold.
Yes.
So that's what you owe him.
Okay.
We could also do part of it in gems and part of it in coin.
Let's not do that.
I think
It's
we
just
just
gonna
do the
make it
gold.
It's just complicated.
I
Yeah.
was thinking the same thing, but I think it's just
Look,
better to give
Disco, I'm giving up my gold rats. I just need some help. This is spiritual.
All right, I don't want to come between a man and the spirits, of course, but I just need you to understand
Cheers.
that. Oh yes, I poured everybody drinks. Drink up, everybody.
Oh, they're
just-
gone. They're
God,
gone.
Oh, before we leave, I need to pack as much of that as I can. Just know that when we get there, I don't know how much control we're going to have before when we leave, and I would hate for you to be stuck here.
I'll take my chances,
Matt?
but this is spiritual. I'll be there.
While they're having this
I'll-
conversation, I'll pull out the portable hole.
You are.
Thank
And
you,
I start
Disco.
putting drinks and bottles
I
on,
trust
on,
you,
on
and you
Disco's
trust
we're
me.
just throwing stuff into the
We're a
hole.
clan. Yes,
Blankets,
part of my
pillows, I mean, anything.
Jackets.
Everything, just shoving all kinds of shit in
I
there.
grab my
Rope.
stash that
Okay.
I've been
Rope, yeah, rope.
games
Rope,
for a while.
always rope.
Okay, you did.
Okay, you got all your stuff in
I
there.
run into my bedroom and pull out my drawer. I start throwing underwear and socks and a thing of condoms that never get used because this goes not smart and starts getting all of my drugs. Like, oh right, well actually no.
So much more room now. I don't have Frank.
Okay, ready? We got everything in there? Everybody got everything?
Yes. Okay. So now we need to hurry.
Okay, we're off. So
Okay.
we
Fakir, please don't get lost.
I won't.
He is not getting on this boat. He's so far.
I worry.
Lugging a
I worry.
500-pound chest.
Through the street.
He's not going with you?
Dagger's not going
I
with
missed
you?
that. I missed
No,
the
he's going off on his own spiritual
Oh,
journey.
shit.
Okay, so you need
How
to
are you
take
guys gonna
with
get?
Amazon.
You got to take at least, yeah, like if.
You can't carry it.
There's
There's no way you'll be able to.
Well, you
Wait,
could
that's
be
not-
slugging through the city.
Oh,
You're taking the chest
Oh, I
on
thought
the
you were coming with
poles.
me.
No. We're going to.
To get the
aren't you
prince.
sending a message to the prince and telling us to meet
No,
him?
we're going to go meet him in person as soon as he can meet us because it's all
Why don't you
time
just
of the
tell him-
essence.
Yes, why don't you just message and tell him to meet us there? That seems like way more efficient.
Well, I don't think he's going to be able to just march through the city.
Well, then what makes you think he's going to be able to just meet you? He's the prince. He can go wherever he wants.
I don't think he can go wherever he wants right now. That's my
I can get him
assessment.
to go.
All right, I'm not going to argue because we don't have time for this. I need to borrow your Amazon's temperance.
Do you say that?
I do. Yeah, I kind of, feel like I have some sort of advantage in talking to him. It's just like feeling.
That's a really good idea.
Maybe Jova should go with
So
us.
we take Jolvis, and I give you the 2 Amazons.
Can they carry 5? Oh, they could
Yeah,
carry
they
5.
can.
Easy.
Yeah, they can carry.
Right.
Let's go.
I mean, it'll
I'll
be
give you
slow
2 jacks
going, but they
for a
can carry
queen
it.
and
They can carry
Good luck
it.
to you all.
Like 240, 250 is.
All right.
Each. They're
I'm
good.
going
Tall
to
ball bearings.
I'm going to.
We'll take your rogue and give you 2 Amazons.
Seriously.
All right. Well, we need
keep
to hurry.
stepping on
Okay,
Seriously,
let's go.
yes.
Okay, bye.
All right. So the 3 of us head out.
Okay.
I don't know where the hell Thakil
So
thinks
you
he's
3
going.
are heading to go to the tavern.
That's right.
To send a message
Yes.
to the prince.
Yes.
I'm going to roll
You
my
and the 2
character.
Amazons are heading back to the monastery. Let's start with Hackett.
Thakil is going to go down toward the harbor.
Okay.
And then he's going to release, as soon as he finds some private space, up, down, look for a nice quiet alley outside of
5 in the morning.
It's 5 in the
Right,
morning.
about-
Should be
It's about
fairly
5 in the
easy.
morning. Yep.
He's going to release Franklin.
Okay.
And he's going to ask Franklin about
He just sort of appears behind your shoulder. He just kind of leans in. I told you they would try to take the meat from me.
what they gave me. They gave me you. And I'm good with that. And more than anything, I need to get my dangly back, and I know the last time I saw it, it was out there. And I point out to the harbor. Wherever the gnome ship was last time I saw it. Where is the spirit of my kin?
Well, that presents a problem, doesn't it? Because it's somewhere out there.
shit.
It's outside the harbor. And I'm going to have to go out there and try to find it. You want me to leave? And they just fly out?
I give you exactly 58 minutes to do that. And then I'll need you right back here, Franklin.
Nothing like timelines.
You don't even have 15 minutes. I mean, I'm not there to tell you that. You don't have
I
15
say
minutes.
58 minutes. Can you do it?
This would be kind of tough to do.
It's the big game. Today is the big game.
I
Everything is on the line. This is 2020. You are the thing. I'm sorry. Chiefs.
I don't want to
versus
disappoint
49ers.
you by going. It's a needle in a haystack. That's a big stretch of water up there.
I thought you could help
I'll
me.
do my best. And with that, he lifts off.
55, 54, 53.
See him
Damn it.
flap into the darkness.
Omaha!
Okay,
So I just stare at the bottle for 58 minutes.
Okay, let's go to Temperance and Pierce.
Okay. Jovis is with us.
And Jolvis. That's right, and Jolvis.
So we head back to the tavern, and I assume that I can't remember the barmaid's name. I don't know whoever established it, but what was her name? My contact.
Yeah, I'll have to look my notes up on that.
Joni.
It could be Jonah.
Let's just go with the name Rethos.
Rethos. Okay. Is Rethos working?
Well, you get to the tavern without any interruption. It's closed.
Okay. So we need to get to. I tell Jovis and Temperance. Okay, we need to get to the prince. Jovis, we might have to rely upon you and your cloak.
I'm feeling pretty good.
All right. So
He doesn't have hair.
we head towards the palace.
Okay. So to get to the palace, you go past that particular tavern on the main street. There's a side street that's a promenade that leads to a set of gates, and that would lead you up to the palace at the top of the hill.
Okay.
And as you would expect, there's a retinue of guards, probably double the size of typical guards because of the certain conditions that the city is under.
Okay. So Jovis.
Are we disguised? Are you?
No, we're just as us. Well, you should probably be disguised. We kind of tuck back a little bit just to kind of observe what's going on, the guards and everything. All right, so We're gonna.
Should I go in?
Well, we're gonna have you talk to the
You have the
prince.
cape. You have the cape on now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, have to talk to the prince. I think you're gonna be pretty suspicious.
I have a cape. I'm good.
I see this in my head. This goes. Is there a place around the palace, Matt, where I might have
Dropped off.
met royalty or had some sort of rendezvous, or there's a reputation for this is where a place where possibly people could come?
There's right back almost at the intersection of this promenade that leads up to the palace and the main street is an inn that is known for rendezvous.
Okay. Can we call the rendezvous inn? So, Jolvis,
Should I go request?
I think you should request that he needs to get a very important message that is at the rendezvous inn and tell him that, metaphorically speaking, of course, his ship has come in. And he needs to come immediately. I need to tell him that he needs to come immediately or we won't make the window.
To the rendezvous inn.
To the rendezvous inn.
The twins are awaiting.
Twins are awaiting. Ooh,
Yeah, he'll get
I
that.
like
Yeah.
Temperance. Okay.
And we'll be there, ready to disguise him, and we'll be all set up. So,
So I should request an audience with the prince so that I can tell him to meet us at the rendezvous inn. To meet the twins.
meet the twins at the rendezvous inn.
At the Okay. I
Okay.
think I got it.
I think so. The cloak is what's going to make this happen.
Right. And I have the cloak on, and my hair is flawlessly combed.
Yeah,
as it says.
I'll give Jolvis once over, make sure everything looks good
Flawless
there.
Damn good. Just so.
If there's anything in my pack, disguise kit or anything like that I can do to kind of enhance Jolvis's appearance, I'll kind of touch it up however I can.
Eyebrows
Beard is perfectly
trimmed and combed.
trimmed and combed.
Yeah.
Piece
All
of
right.
spinach
Hairs.
is out from
All right.
the teeth.
This is
That's
Oh,
like 2 days.
anything in my teeth,
So-
Temperance?
You're good.
All right. This is up to you. We got to hurry.
For reference, just so they're aware, how long has it been since we left my apartment? Where we had how long? An hour.
Oh, it took you 20 minutes to get to the rendezvous point, and then you kind of had to figure out what you're doing. So 25 minutes.
Okay.
There's no sense of time in this party. You're screwed.
Well, they're not leaving without us. Let's just be honest.
All right, I'm going to approach the guards.
It's our damn ship.
Very
No,
calm.
who's gonna
Yeah,
who's gonna sail it?
Who is
I'm
it?
rolling. You guys,
About
does
this.
anybody have any idea how hard it is to sail a ship? Tracy and I do because we just studied it.
So about a dozen guards, as you approach, a dozen guards just step forward from their station and form a line, and one of them steps forward and says, "That's good enough. Stop. Nobody
Audience.
approaches."
At ease, mister. I request an
Cape
audience with the
on.
prince.
And you are who?
The name is Jolvis.
Jolvis who?
It's like Prince.
I only have a first name.
Jolvis, Cher, Madonna, Jolvis.
You are the Jolvis.
Artist
then.
formerly
Brittany.
known as
Jolvis. That is correct.
So which prince do you wish to meet with?
I didn't tell you.
I love
We knew the prince. He knew him.
know.
You know
So
there's more than one prince, though.
But we knew the one
There
that I
are
were
two.
talking.
And then he comes out and says, "Be a minute or two before Crown Prince comes. He's over in the morning. He's probably sleeping." Raphael says,
Sir, he's expecting my company.
"He is told that you are here and to come."
They, of course, perceive you as 8 feet tall.
This matter is urgent. If you can please let him know of the urgency of this.
Urgent.
Of course. And then with that, he disappears back inside.
Emphasize the urgency
Urgent!
of this urgent
Very
matter.
urgent!
And within 5 minutes, you hear a commotion coming inside, and through the doorway into this antechamber right beside the gate, you see. Have you met the Crown Prince? Were you with him before?
No.
I think I have.
You
Nope.
this tall
My death.
human
I assume this is
in
who we're
a-
trying to talk to.
in a full length, it's a fur cape that goes all the way sweeping the ground behind him. He's probably like 6'6", with a thick beard, light brown, orangish hair, and he comes in and it looks, and then it's like, "Are you here?" He's like, And he looks at the guard. You go. And he actually smacks him on the. You go. And behind him is a gold dragon in full plate armor. And he says,
At him.
"Are you from the Amazon Princess? Are you from Temperance? Are you Horizon?"
I'm an associate.
This is so good! I'm so excited. We go. All right. You are here. You have ship. You have ship.
Very closely. You are to meet the twins at the rendezvous as soon as possible.
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Or less.
Nope.
10.
5.
How about now? How about now?
Right immediately now.
We need you.
That girl's
You need to come with me.
I have so much to pack. I've
No time.
Sir,
It's
important-
changing seasons. I need summer and winter clothes. I don't know what to wear.
we can get that for you, but we need you to come with us. Me right now.
We will. I'm almost
Right.
ready to go.
Now.
He looks at his. He looks to the guard behind him. Go. Get the case. Get the emergency case.
Right now!
2 minutes. The dragon like 10.
No mumbling! Get it right now!
Okay, I'm going. And he just runs off into the castle. He's like, this is so exciting. You go.
I feel good.
Just wait until he says something mean to you. Then it's not so fun.
And the dragon worm comes back literally in like 4.5 minutes.
That's what I'm talking
with
about. Let's
this
go.
massive trunk on his shoulder. This thing is probably like 3 foot long, 3 foot high, and he's carrying it like it's a pillow.
Okay, I've got
It
your
runs
underwear.
out.
Now, let's go.
Comes out, looks at
It's
it.
your overnight bag.
Here we go. Let's go.
Right now. And I'm just
Wait, guards
Sorry,
can't
go.
know that I'm leaving though. How do we get me out of here without guards knowing?
Well, that's a really good question. I'm not sure.
You are rescue. You should know what to do.
Do you have a back entrance, a secret way for a crown prince to escape under siege? Like, I'm sure you have some sort of escape route.
Put him in the pouch. Put him in the bag. Put him in the steam trunk.
Would you fit
We go through prison this way. And he
Okay.
turns and just
That
and
sounds
heads
like
the
a
other way.
quick shortcut.
Goes into the main gate, takes a quick left between 2 buildings, and the dragonborn right behind him running along, and he pulls out a set of keys, and this section of wall just opens up, and there's a corridor. You can see a spiral staircase. This leads down to prison.
Well, then let's
From
go.
prison we go.
Come on, let's go.
Okay. So doing that, you with the Amazon.
Yes. I mean, we're just getting to the house of Omoikane.
Omoikane. So
I would ask them is that we get close, and once we're within like an alleyway where we can see it, we stop and wait until we see. Like we just got to wait here until the government gets here.
Okay.
And then every few minutes, I go, what's some sort of wrong? I'm trying to find.
All they need to do is grab a prince from his palace and bring him over here.
And then go on a spiritual journey. There's nothing easy about that.
all right, so you've been working your way through the city with your Amazons, and as you get to an intersection, you hear footsteps coming from the other side of the intersection, and you see a familiar figure followed by a set of guards walk out of the darkness.
Let's say fuck now.
A familiar figure.
It is it's Meshko Drazik, which you will recall is the lord of he's the nobleman whose wife you owned as
Oh no! Right now.
Oh, I recognize that name.
Oh, for
Are you serious?
sake.
Bloody bitch.
He didn't
And
see
you
this.
took Franklin! Dude,
All right,
whose
so
house
let's
I
shift
wrecked.
to thank you.
I really wanted to sit down in my quiet time while I'm waiting for Franklin, being very stressed out, and look at my danglies, look for signs of what he has told me is the truth, which is these are spirits of other shaman, and try and understand if there's something I'm missing from all my teachings, from all the things that I've learned. What am I missing, if anything?
Okay, so you take this time to just sort of sit and reflect. Franklin is off doing his thing. The rest of the party is headed out to do things.
I'm also saying, hurry up, Franklin!
It's a moment of introspection for you. And as you sit down and begin to meditate on your situation, everything just sort of recedes from you. The city just fades into the background. The sound of the ocean fades. The smell of the salt water fades, and it is just you focused internally. And as you concentrate on the danglies that adorn your shaman outfit, you begin to feel within each of them this power begins to grow. This energy within each of them begins to grow, and they take on a presence of their own. And soon in your mind, you are encased in this almost an armor, if you will, of bright lights. And every one of the danglies you realize as you focus on them, where before you thought it was an ornamental piece that was meant to reflect your prominence, your role as a shaman within your people. It was meant to reflect your status. You realize that each one of these pieces, there were etchings upon it that made them unique. Symbols that were carved into them that you realize reflected not just a piece of gold or copper, but of an actual life. And you feel as you concentrate on each of these, you feel a connection with this shaman who has come before you. You see in your mind these lizard folk that bear the same crest that you have. They all look slightly different, and they're all surrounding you as if you are the center of this amphitheater. They're looking down upon you, and every one of them has a look of concern on their face, because you know that a member of that group that has been entrusted to you is no longer with you. You realize as they look upon you, and you feel this sense of warmth come within you, which is very uncommon for lizard folk, to feel this sense that every one of them represents a step in this lineage, this path that's been passed on to you. That where they have walked in the centuries before, perhaps thousands of years in the past, every one of them has tread a path that you have accepted, and that they are there to help you along the way. Yet there is a degree of sadness in them that a member of their group, your history, what makes you who you are, is no longer with them. And as you kind of concentrate on this, you feel that part of you that was like, I don't know how I connect to I don't know why I feel different than my people. You get a sense that every one of them has felt the same thing. That they too have wondered, I don't feel like I'm part of my people. And even though you don't get an answer to that as to what that means, there's this warmth that comes into you, and a comfort that it's real, that what you've been feeling is real, that they've experienced the same thing, and that the answer is out there. And then it all just fades as you feel this malevolent darkness just rush back in on you, and Franklin and he kind of lands next to you.
Are my bones out in front of me?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, the bones are kind of spread across the stones in front of you, and Franklin is just sort of floating next to you, and he says, they're not anywhere near. I mean, I can keep looking, but it's going to take a while, and I figure you got more important things to do.
Thank you, Franklin.
But I'm telling you, I will help you find those, and I will help you get those back.
I need them back, and I need
That's
your
what's
help.
important to you.
It's the most
I'm here
important
for you.
thing. And I ask him to step politely back into his bottle.
He says, before I do that, I just need you to understand that nobody in your group understands what I'm capable of doing, what I can do for you. And that's why I exist. Anything I wanted for me doesn't matter anymore. But I think you get a sense of the power that I can provide your group. But I need you to understand that the rest of your group, they're going to try and take me away from you. And if you're okay with that, that's fine. Doesn't matter to me. I end up where I end up. But I think you know that for you to achieve the things that you are fated to achieve, you need me. So I just say, be very careful about what the rest of your friends say to you. They may think it's in your best interest, but I think really they're saying it because it's in their best interest.
Franklin, you're a true friend.
And with that, he just into the ball.
Okay. And then I rush back.
How long has that been? Oh no.
2.5 minutes.
Oh no. Yeah.
Okay, so going back to you guys.
Okay, we're just. What I'm doing is I'm setting a disguise, which is what the prince looks like. We know he wants to look just like a common person, so I have all this disguise stuff. So we're just kind of setting everything out. So the minute he walks through the door, we're just going to change him all up. I'm not imagining a giant steamer trunk coming or a gold dragonborn, but we're ready to go as soon as he walks through the door.
Okay. So the prince takes you into the secret tunnels beneath the castle, and down you go into the bowels of the hill. And it takes a few minutes, and he just moves very quickly. There's a light. As he enters in, a light appears over his shoulder, a magical orb of light that stays with him. You descend down on the spiral staircase, get to the bottom. He goes, there are 4 doors. He immediately goes up to one as if he knows exactly where he's going, puts a key and opens the door. Down a passage. The air is damp. You can feel the earth pressing down upon you. He moves at a brisk pace. You're struggling to keep up. You turn left, you turn left, you turn right, multiple turns. You reach a dead end. He pulls another key out, opens it. You enter into what looks very much like a prison. You can see prison cells to the left and right. You can hear the moans of individuals who are incarcerated within, who clearly have not been treated very well. He ignores them, moves very quickly through the cells, left, right, down certain passages. Lights begin to appear up ahead. A couple of guards step forward. With a quick challenge, he sends them away. His guard opens up the door in front. You move through into what looked to be an office space. A second door is opened. You are out on the street. He says, "Okay, we are out. Now, where are we going?"
The rendezvous inn.
Rendezvous inn. Okay. He looks around this way, and then he starts to just cruise. And meanwhile, the dragonborn behind him. Oh, this stubborn is trying to just what is man? And he's just running down the streets, heading towards the rendezvous inn. Okay.
Oh no. All right, so I'm with the Amazons, and I see. He
has not seen you yet. They've come out of the intersection, and he's looking around.
Okay. Yep. Where are we? What is between us and him? How far away is he?
So he's about 40 feet away in an intersection. There's nothing between the two of you. It's just like open street. You and the Amazons are kind of still in the shadow. He doesn't appear to know you're there. He has 5 guards with him.
Oh, Thaumaturge only has a range of 30 feet.
Sounds like you need a rank.
All right, I'm just going to stop the Amazons, and then I will. I have no range. They're beyond 30 feet, right? They're more than 30 feet away?
Yeah, they're about 45, 50 feet away.
I'm just going to tell the Amazons, just hold still. And I'm going to hop up on the chest and tuck back behind the frame of the front Amazon and just pray. they see an Amazon and they don't come looking for me because I got no better. I've got no better plan.
Okay. That's awesome. Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Oh no. All right.
With advantage because you have the Amazon?
I don't think it can help him hide.
Yeah, it probably.
8.
8. So,
They're like bigger than the Amazon.
Oh please. Oh please.
so Meshko is deep in conversation with one of the guards, and they haven't really even broken stride as they've come into the intersection. They walk to the center of the intersection, and just as they're about to cross over, they turn to the right and head off down the street.
Oh. Okay.
They dodged you?
Oh, they did not seem to notice us. Alright. Whew. Thank you. I'm gonna stand up on the chest and give both of them a little kiss on the. I'm gonna go for the kiss on the lips. Thank you. Thank you. Let's keep going. Let's jump off, kick my heels. Just keep running forward.
They're pretty much, they understand the stress that is going on and everything, and the kisses seem to reinvigorate them. And off you go.
Okay, and as I pass by the alleyway that they went down, I'm gonna give it a little.
All right, so you are in the rendezvous, just kind of standing outside the rendezvous inn, waiting for them to show up.
Well, can we get inside?
You can. Yeah.
Okay, just probably wait inside.
All right, so you're inside the lobby.
Yeah, just inside the lobby. Just have stuff. So who's around? Is there anybody around?
You had the person working the front desk, which is a kind of plump, nondescript female elf, young, probably like you would say a late teens, early adult elf.
Okay.
Who's really kind of focused on paperwork and stuff like that.
I take 5 gold and I say, "Hi, what's your name?"
Myrna.
Myrna.
That's party treasure.
Unmark it up.
Myrna, how would you like to go on a break? And I slide the 5 gold across.
Well, I've been very busy with school, so I have lots of studies to do. I think I could.
I think that would be good. You look need a little bit of fresh air. Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, I'm glad I could help. Totally get it. Absolutely. So.
And she just almost sees the breakdown. She's like, "What I need to do? It's so hard." And then she kind of scoops the coins up and slips by them down.
Okay, so we're alone.
You're alone, and within like 30 seconds of her disappearing behind the counter, the door opens, and in comes Jolvis, a very tall, the prince and the prince's bodyguard.
Oh, fantastic. Jolvis, that was amazing.
What's up, guys?
Oh, talking about miracle workers. Holy cow.
Seriously.
Holy cow. Oh, Prince, your liege. Sir, I say to the Dragonborn. All right. All right, so how was this going to work? Are you both going? I don't think that's going to happen. Do you? Is that your plan? Both of you going?
That was planned.
All right.
Gristos go where I go. Gristos goes.
We can make this happen.
Prince, he's my bodyguard.
All right.
Go without him,
Sold.
bad things could happen.
Sold. So I take the disguise.
His chest is really heavy.
So I take the disguise and I go, we've got to
Have
hurry.
that back.
Like, this is a real hurry sort of situation, right?
Please, Prince.
This is just hurry. So I start to just make him up as best I can with this disguise, so that he looks just like a commoner, just like a normal person. It's a little slouchy hat. I have those worker clothes actually, so I'll put those on. This is actually.
What are you gonna put the dragon in?
Well, let's see what I got.
Make him look like a chicken.
Well, he could be a worker. I mean, there's Dragonborn in the city. Yes, no.
Yes,
I was under the
impression
impression.
commoner stuff. Dragonborn are pretty much like. I mean, Zulkor is like the most common, and he's an attorney.
What is?
Gristos at the idea of putting on one of those suits? You just see him kind of.
Could you just walk with
Huh?
me and Amazon?
Yeah.
Just walk in.
Well, that's.
Fucking hair.
Well, I just don't want you to be. I just don't want the prince to be recognized. Okay, we'll do the prince up,
Walk with the prince
and we
walk
will.
He's like, I am commoner. I am like street sweeper.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You're doing great, sweetie.
You're more.
Stables.
You're more in mime right now, and you know how those have been outlawed for years. So please. All right.
I have seen workers there.
I know.
Clean these
All right.
tables.
Fuck. Let's just hurry. Let's just hurry. I know.
Milk the cows.
All right. We go. Jovis, could you run ahead of us and make sure there's going to be nothing that's going to take us by surprise?
Sure thing.
Okay. So we go. Jovis is doing our scout
I'll
ahead.
sneakily. And just
We kind of wait,
scout out.
drag behind, wait for signals.
Okay, you guys head out with the crown prince in this commoner disguise,
Mhm.
walking like this.
Oh, no, I give him tips. No, I give him tips as he goes. Slouch. Okay, good. Hands forward. Okay, good. Good. Just, Jovis, keep going.
Pockets.
He looks at it. Where are cows to milk? It is morning. I will milk cows. And behind
Fuck
him
taxes, am I right? Fuck.
Gristos, his dragonborn, in plate armor, big old trunk on his shoulder.
I am a milkmaid.
I have the cow in this trunk.
We are all gonna die.
Moo. Okay. Jovis, just keep going.
I will milk cows.
No, quieter. Milk quieter. Milk
I will
quieter.
milk cows.
Even quieter than that. You don't want to disturb the cows.
And it is getting on. I mean, it is pre-dawn.
Mhm.
So the city's still pretty much asleep, but there are starting to be people that come out, commoners who do actually milk cows and all that street, clean up the dung.
Oh, God.
That are starting to come out.
None with the
But none of that. I mean, if anybody kind of thinks that it's odd, they don't really pay that much attention.
Okay,
so.
good. All right, good.
Okay.
All right, we're on our way.
All right, so you work your way through the city, and as you approach the house of Omoikani, you get there, and you can see that you kind of as you're coming up, you kind of come up at about the same time. You're lagging behind them, by the way.
Okay.
How much time's left?
You've probably got about 15, maybe 20 minutes.
Whoa. We made great time.
Oodles of time. Oodles
We
of
made
time.
great time. You guys are really efficient. I thought that we were fucked.
I gotta tell you, I'm a little surprised
I was already
myself.
writing a eulogy.
Jovis was amazing. That's what happened there.
Temperance, I don't know a lot about you, so your eulogy was kind of short, but I was writing it nonetheless. So
A shadow
I thought you guys were so
separates
gonna get
itself
killed,
from
or
the
just it
entrance
wasn't
of
gonna end well.
A shadow separates itself from the entrance of the monastery. It's like,
Oh, I saw that they didn't. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll go in.
Exact words were dumbasses.
and he's like, as you come in, he's like, I was afraid you would not. And then he looks and sees the crown prince. He's like,
He's in disguise.
Not a very good one.
I gotta roll it.
I'm a milkmaid.
Yeah, like, I thought he was just wearing a cloak.
Are you helping me? Okay, can I do it with advantage?
She help you with this guy?
Well, she's got to be able to look and go,
By
no, that's
doing
not going to work. Or
this-
that's not going to work. Or that was cheap.
I'll give that to you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Temperance. That is a 18.
18?
Okay.
He's like, you bring others? This complicates matters a bit, don't you think?
No,
This
it
is just my associate.
doesn't
It's like I
really
told you,
complicate
these
it
are
at
my
all for you. We just need to get on
Silence,
the boat.
slave!
Oh, come on. We just need to get on the boat.
It's worth a shot. I wanted to see how Jude would act. This is my friend Pierce. He's one of my best friends. You've
Hi.
already met Jorvis. This is Temperance. And this
is Thakil.
Lola and...
Well, Thakil's not there yet.
Oh, you're
Oh, sorry, yes.
Phoebe.
Phoebe and...
Phoebe
the one-
and
Avita.
Avita. And these are people who are coming with us as well.
I'm sure he'll meet us, yeah. Sure to go.
All right, this Amazon ship. Who is our captain of ship?
I use thaumaturgy to make a little rain of sparkles. That would be... That lovely lady right there.
That would be myself.
Sorry, sometimes my sparkles I just don't quite know. Whoa! Hey-oh! She deserves it.
Temperance, captain of ship is good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, sir.
We will get you to your ship. Follow me. And
Thank
you go in, and he turns and goes into this abandoned monastery. And within the wall, you can tell it's been abandoned for a while. This probably at one point was a very ornate, very regal establishment for monks and priests and visitors who would seek to learn from the elves of Ibn Taido.
Okay.
But it's been abandoned for quite some time. The walls, the murals that are on them have faded and peeled. You can see that there are faded images of armored warriors using wicked curved swords. These lion kind of dogs that are on there as well. There's the numerous symbols of Ibn Taido, which is the red poppy, but it's very faded. That's all over the place. He leads you into.
Sorry, quick thing. Before we get too deep, I would like to say, Jonas, would you mind waiting here for Thakil? I'd hate for him to get hung up at the entrance. That would be important. Thank you. All right.
You get a sense as you're walking your way in that you're being watched from the shadows in here, though you can't at any point spot anybody or anything. You're taken through a couple of main passages into what you imagine is the central chamber. You two have been here before, so you're familiar with it.
Literally like the day before.
It's a large, round chamber with a number of passages that lead into it. In the middle of it, the floor seems to has collapsed away, and built on top of it is this rickety collection of beams built into this lattice that goes up about 15 feet. The ceiling above is domed. The center of the ceiling is also missing, and you can see at the top of this rickety structure, somebody has placed at some point a very ornate chair that is sitting on top of this platform, and it's kind of creaking back and forth. And lounging in the chair is Copper King.
Before we walk into that chamber, I just say to the prince, I say, please, prince, say nothing. We can't have anyone recognize your voice. Keep your head down.
I'm Prince. I can open doors. I can get us people.
If necessary, yes, but we don't want to have anyone know you're leaving.
Subterfuge.
Exactly.
I will be quiet. He turns to his guard. Shh. Subterfuge.
I turned to Joe and say, I'd hate to be as clueless as that guy.
Jonas is at the entrance.
Oh. You turned to nobody.
You're like,
I'd hate to be as clueless as that. Fuck. Oh, okay.
Oh, I am.
Oops, I am that clueless.
I'm like,
That's you turn like that.
You got a lot of this in you. It's me. Flip. So, hello, Copper King. Hi, hello. We are here, and guess what? Good news. Can you guess what it is? You get 3 guesses.
You have money for me?
What's the first try? Very good guess. Yes, I have your payment. Because I am, in fact, a miracle worker. It's so pure.
He leans forward and the whole structure just leans in and says, you have my money.
That I do.
Why do I find that so hard to believe? It took you this long and you never came up with 1 coin, but now you have my money? Okay. Tell me how you got my money.
Oh, you know that sorcerer never reveals his tricks. You know that.
That's gonna work.
Let's just say I called in a few favors because between you and me, no offense, Zolkar, you're my favorite person I owe money to.
Oh my god.
New skin is.
You made me laugh so hard I have to pee. Okay.
Yes.
Show me money. Make me happy.
I make a thing of sparkles appear over this chest. I throw it up so that it glistens. Oh, yeah.
He throws himself back in the chair. He's like,
And then I slam it shut very hard. Now where's Captain Temperance's boat that I have heard you commandeered from us?
oh, I was like this, and then he made me like this.
Don't worry, sometimes alcohol can cause that kind of problem. I've experienced that before.
Vitamin V.
Okay, so, So, you bring money?
I bring
which
the money.
I appreciate.
Of course.
So, you make good your debts. Let's
Yes.
slide that chest off the side. But, boat is completely different story. Boat is my boat. Boat was sitting there. It was ready to sink. I find boat. I fixed boat. Boat had holes in it. Boat was mess. Me and my people.
Against
me.
Against
Fix boat.
Disco's best intentions,
Doesn't matter.
fire is starting to creep around that like kind of lick in the corner of his eyes. Just appearance, grinning. You have the boat, our boat, and you're going to blackmail us with our boat, even though I brought you the money. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
You brought money to pay your debt off.
Which I have paid. No.
Nobody is disputing that, which I much appreciate because I loaned you money in the first place. So there should be no problem paying off your debts, okay? But boat is completely different story. You want trip on boat? Copper King has places on boat for people. How many spots you need on boat?
Literally on fire right
I put a hand on Tempest's shoulder. I say, man, Disco. I say, we don't have a whole lot more resources. Everything we have was pulled to pay off Disco's debt so that we can get this boat. It is actually Temperance's boat. We're more than happy to know how much you want for the boat, though.
How many people travel on boat?
Well, it's a boat. I think it's a boat that allows up to 12. I'll just take Temperance's
We have
word.
5 plus your 2 crew.
36 people.
8, 9, 10.
So we came with the intention, knowing
About
your
10 with the 2 little
reputation as an honest and forthright
Both.
dealer of deals, that we were going to pay off this debt, and we were going to take this boat, and we were going to go. So here is our opportunity to know how much you want for this boat.
Okay. So at that moment, Fat Gill, you have worked your way up and worked your way in, and you have joined the back of the group. There was
one
nothing
noticed me, or no one interrupted me. I was
Nobody interrupted you. You don't know if anybody noticed you or not, but you come to the back of the group.
So
Well-
me. So he met me at the entrance.
Yeah, I met you at the entrance, and then you guys came in together.
Are they
That's right.
on their way to the room or have they entered?
They have entered the room. They're coming back.
So you see-
Wait, you got that. You got Franklin, right?
Yeah, Frank.
So he
Right,
hops
the
up. He hops up onto the arms of the chair, and the whole structure just kind of creaks back and forth, and he just kind of bounces underneath it, and he says, "Okay. First, let's make sure we all are in agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Ship is my ship. Ship may be Amazon's ship, but then it went to the Crown, and Crown lost ship, so ship is my ship."
I
You can argue
I put
ship
my
is
hand on
your
our
ship,
workman's
but,
shoulder, and I pat it, and I say, we just want to know how much. This is all very interesting, but we just want to know how much.
So, and he looks at the whole group. Tell you what, I'm generous. I feel like today is a good day for people to leave city. So, let's say 10,000 gold, and you can have ship. Ship is yours.
So you
10,000
see the
gold.
fire in Disco's like eyes just
And it's kind of, you guys are all like, and it gets quiet for just a second, and you can hear, through that massive hole in the floor beneath him, you can hear like the crashing of water, and this up through that vent comes the smell of seawater as it just fills the whole chamber.
How many is in our audience right now that we can perceive?
So
At 5 in the morning.
Okay,
I just
can we gather for a second? Give us a minute, please.
But really, how many do we perceive?
You're talking about their people?
Yeah,
Copper
their
King's
people.
plug my computer in. It's gonna be back.
The plug back behind you, man. Behind that metal thing. Directly back.
Okay, you guys hold together.
Okay, so I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking it too. So my plan is to set Franklin loose on the Copper King,
Very much on board with
and
this.
we make our way to the boat. We give him one more chance to give us the boat, which he won't.
You know, I'm pretty good with royals right now. Do you want me to try to get
He's not a real
Let's
king.
have that
He's a
be.
piece of
No, I like
shit.
it. No, I like it. Let's have that be the last attempt, and then we set Franklin loose on this fucking bastard, and we get the boat and we leave.
Can I have the honors? that I may kill this son of a bitch.
Yes, you may.
All right.
Can I just impart upon you how important Franklin has become to me in
The spiritual journeys that you just went on? Of course.
God damn. You know what? If you keep completing everyone's sentence, I'm just gonna stop wanting to talk to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a very tense moment. It's a very tense moment. Let's just get through the situation, okay? I say Copper King.
But yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. All right. Can you help me out? Can you help brother out?
Of course. This
All right,
is
just-
very valuable. I'll just be holding it.
Copper King. May
I'm
we
very distraught.
see the boat before we purchase it? May we look upon the boat? May we view the
Make
boat?
sure that you have it.
How do we know that
You can guard with whatever
not
guard
lying
or
to
securities you want. We just want to make sure the boat is sound. If we're going to purchase the boat for 10,000 gold pieces, we deserve to see the boat.
You're a reasonable man. I know you would do the same if you were.
Is he a reason? Sorry.
Sorry, Joel was with the
That's
state.
my simple say.
It's not
Coming
real
out.
noble.
You would do the same if you were in our position. I know you would.
He leans. He's like, okay. He leans back, and the whole chair. He's like, okay.
Can we take him
Am I reasonable? Of course I'm reasonable. Everybody wants good deal, right? You want to leave city? Boat anchor, right? But I need to see money. Show me money, and I will show you boat.
That seems reasonable.
That seems fair.
now? I may not last.
And Draco leans in and says,
I may not last.
you know, he leans into you. Draco leans into you and says, you know, you should pay. Let's get out. I mean, you want to get out of
It's
here.
obvious we
You
don't have
want to
10,000
spend time
gold
fighting for
on
boat?
us.
We
Pay.
do.
I know.
It's
We
time.
don't let
No,
them
it's
know.
time. Yeah.
Do you want to pitch
Because
some
Franklin's
friends
going
for this
to mess him up. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
What's
All right.
that, Draco?
Again, what do we
Those Draco.
perceive as their
No,
allies?
That's Zolkar. Yeah.
We can-
That's Zolkar.
Wait, Zolkar? Oh, you
That's
said.
Zolkar, sorry.
Yeah.
Zolkar.
So I turn to Disco and I go, okay, you've got Franklin. This could go sideways. Be ready. All right, we're going to show you the money. Temperance,
Start dancing.
pull out the safe.
He hops up. You see him, he just kind of hops up on his toes
The
on
hole?
the,
Okay.
on the
Yes.
chair and just kind of leans
I'm
in.
gonna
He's
pull out 3 of the gold sacks.
Or
You have to open it up first. How does that
Yeah.
work?
You gotta
Can we-
open it
Oh.
up enough to get him out.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And you can reach in, whatever you
Yeah.
want will
I'm
come to
gonna
your
just
hand.
pull out
Okay.
3 of the gold sacks.
Okay. I open them. She pulls them out. I'll open them up, show them to them, dig my hand through them, show them the gold. Okay. And we'll pull out enough so there's 10,000 there. Do we have 10,000? How much do we have? We have the
We
gems.
have 11,000.
Yeah, we have 11,000.
Okay.
Well, but how much did you pay them?
I haven't paid.
You haven't paid Zolkar
I
yet?
haven't paid anybody. Zolkar hasn't asked for any money.
No, we gave the Copper
No.
King the 5,000. We didn't give it to him.
We didn't give it to
Zolkar?
him. He
Oh, we
had-
brought our chest of
Yeah.
the 5,000.
We have the gems though. We're 3.
Yeah.
So we'll pull out 7. Do we have 7 bags full of 1,000 each?
'Cause, yeah,
Math
we gave
thing is
Zolkar, we
stressing
gave
me
the
out.
Copper King.
Just
We haven't
shy.
given him
You
anything,
bet Zolkar first.
Just shy.
and he didn't ask for any money.
Yeah. So we pull out all the bags and the gems and go, this is worth 4. And check it out. But basically, we clearly have the money now. And I dig through all the bags. I show it to him. I give them back to Temperance. She puts them back. There's your money. May we see our boat. In fact, I'm just going to turn this negotiation over to our treasurer, Jolvis.
May we please see the boat
Do a persuasion.
with
And
Flap
then
your cape.
persuasion?
I love it.
With,
So he
with
kinda-
advantage?
Yes, ma'am.
And he's like, you see him go. And he's just kind of looking at the gold. And he leans back, kicks his legs out, and just sort of slides off the front of the chair. Kind of falls about 10 feet, hits a beam. You hear this creaking and cracking. And he kind of pops up, kind of just runs over to the side and says, let's go look at the boat.
Let's do it.
It's not that far away. And with that, he takes you out of the main chamber, around behind his throne,
Mm-hmm.
into a second chamber. You still get the sense you're being watched. Takes you to the back. There are torches set on the wall.
Did he give us an opportunity to put all of our gold back? Or we were
No,
making-
we
we
put it back.
yeah.
We put it back.
Okay. Just,
Takes you to the back where it's a wall of just decrepit, crumbling bookcases and that. Comes up to a wall and says, okay, this is cool, watch this. Grabs the sconce, pulls it down. Section opens up, stairs
Cool.
spiraling down. Says, follow me. Take it to boat. And you go in one after the other, and it's this, the stones are slick with salt water. And along the way, about every 30 feet as you spiral down, is another torch set in the sconce. And it takes you down, 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 deep into the sea cliff. And the air becomes wetter and wetter and wetter with salt water until it opens out onto this sea cave. And you can hear the surf as it just churns and slams into the stone of the cave off to your left, which you have no idea what direction you are right now. And as you come out of this opening onto this rough wooden landing of planks that have been set up, and they're not very well, they're like overlapping, tied together with rope. There's a few pins that have been set in them. This cave, the cavern that's under there has lights around it. And as you enter into the cave, you can see before you Coral Dancer in the cave, just bobbing in this underwater surf, and scrambling about on it are the Copper King's minions.
How many?
Hard to tell, at least 6.
Okay.
It was true.
So we are
And
with
it comes out
6 of his minions and the Copper King. And Zolkar?
And you've got Zulkar.
But Zolkar is going to stay, though.
Right, but he's down.
His passenger.
Yeah, you have so it's your party, the Amazons, plus
Prince.
Draku, Rasta, and his
Assistant.
goblin assistant, plus the prince
And-
his guard, all kind of crowding onto this landing. And he says,
And can I notice any damage or anything, or has it been
you
repaired?
can tell that it actually has been repaired, and from your kind of experience, it's probably pretty good. It's quick, done very quickly, but it's seaworthy.
Okay.
We have to talk. One moment. I say to the Copper King, please. Should we pay him?
Are we gonna kick some ass or what?
I don't know.
What do you think? Zolkar has to stay. So I'm concerned if we do anything, that Zolkar is going to be in trouble.
I mean, we have room for one more. Maybe he could just hop on until we.
The money.
Zolkar's not going to come with us. He's got too much going for him here.
Let's just get the boat
We
and
can
go.
we can recover the money.
You know, as
If
much
they
as I
double-cross us, we got
hate
Frank
these
on our
two,
side.
and as much as I know that I am once again fucking all of you over, I think that Zacula's right. I think that if we try anything here, we're only going to make things worse than I've already made them.
Thanks,
Can't
buddy.
wait.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Zacula.
That's what community's about.
Well, we try it.
We can always
Last time I
get
saw
more
this,
gold.
I was a kitten, and then I got smacked. I
remember
some
that.
flashbacks.
So we say,
Prior to that,
What's
I was hit by a
what
fireball.
does everybody else think?
I think
so?
we're all in agreement.
I'm
So,
really, really sorry.
Jovis, we're hoping this cloak is doing its work here. Tell him we do need some money for port and supplies. We'd be happy to give him the gold and we keep the gems.
He doesn't know we did the gems.
Well, I told him we have gems as part of the gold. Or tell him we'll give him 7,000 gold. We'll need some traveling money. That buying the boat was kind of a surprise. Isn't he lucky we have 7,000 gold pieces on us?
Hey,
See what happens.
this guy. Quietly.
Chuck, talk.
You know, when there were like 20 guards covering this boat, we had a hard time with it. It was like 5.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Just,
But you're having a sudden change of heart on me?
like 20 is less than, or is more than 5, and 5 is less than 20. And here we are with 5, and they got 5, and we're really, I don't know.
I just am thinking
So
that
that
I
was
don't want to
7.
put his life
You
in
need
Oh, I know
that.
what you're saying. No, you're
Copper
right.
King has
We have-
backed
no, we-
away down
Let's
the
say 7.
plank
Yeah, we have.
to
This way?
We'll do the
right
math
here.
in a
So
minute. Yeah,
this
you're
is
right.
Copper King. He's backed away to this point, right?
11
Your
plus
group is
7,
kind of
18 minus 5. Yeah, 13.
gathered together, kind of mushed together in the cave mouth that comes out.
That's a problem.
So
And
many
these-
of us. And it just says, he says, It's a nice boat, right? Okay. I tell you what.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
boat.
we're well aware of how nice the boat is.
Boat is seaworthy. Boat takes time and money to fix. So
Copper King.
You have-
we see and appreciate the efforts you've done to repair the ship. And
It's all about survival for me.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. We
Plus
have
that was plus
the
the
money
gems.
to pay you for our debts, and we weren't exactly expecting to be paying for the ship that we do see as our property initially. So, what do you say? We give you the coin that we have. However, we do get to keep the gems that we are in possession of, just so we are able to complete our mission on the sea and have a little money of our own, so that we, can survive. I know you're a reasonable man. I'm sure you understand.
I do. I'm a good businessman. I came from the streets. I worked my way up. Right.
Then you know how
So
it
tell me
is.
how many coins you have. You take
7,000.
7,000.
I'm aware this is short of what you were expecting.
Plus,
However,
Is it
we
5,000 is that our paying off the debt?
No, that's right.
Can we
Plus
not
the
fuck that?
5,000 in the
Plus
chest.
that 5,000.
Draco leans into your ear. He says, you don't fuck me, Disco. Where's you have my money, right? Don't you?
Zorka?
Yes, we
Zolkar,
do.
not Draco.
I
Zolkar
don't
says,
know what
"Don't
the
fuck me."
fuck you are talking about right now.
We
Back
have,
the fuck off for a moment, would you please?
Do an intimidation check.
He's got to know how freaking. It's like the worst.
is it a what?
Ever.
Is it a what?
3 plus 4, 7.
Okay.
7. It's like,
Back the fuck off, man! Back off! Tears rolling down my eyes.
he puts his hand behind your neck and just pulls you in and says, "We have a deal.
Yeah.
You give me money before you leave. This whole city may burn to ground. I will survive. I trust you. We make deal. I'm your man. We are a fair team. Don't worry. But you pay me." And he lets you go.
Matt, can you help me with the layout here? We've got the Copper King, his minions
Yep.
on the boat here as well. This conglomeration here is half us,
Load.
You know that
If we can just have a one life-altering negotiation at a time, please.
Seriously.
All right.
All right.
That's good. You know,
Oh, sure.
I'm a man of few words.
Wait, how's my conversation
Uh-oh.
going with the company?
I'm a man of plenty action.
Are you saying this is Sean or is that Kill? Because both are concerned.
But I'm a man of few
So
words.
there's just all sorts of stuff on.
I'm gonna count to 10.
So, Copper King, he does not seem to be persuaded to accept a small amount of money.
Do I
He's
not
like,
get
"Look,
to try to persuade him?
you can try.
Because that's
can
what
always
I'm trying
try.
to do.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
we
you're
get
trying to
advantage. That is a 18.
18. So he looks at you and he says,
With my slick hair
Yeah.
and my beard.
he's like, okay. Zolgas, I feel like we've been come close in the last few days with all this stress and everything going on in the city around us.
We
But
have this.
business is business. If I give cut rate and I give ship away and things go shitty, then I'm out of pocket. If it's important to you and your friends to leave, you'll pay.
How about
It's
how
not
about this?
unreasonable.
How about this? We make it the 7,000 gold, and I have 1,000 worth drugs from my guild, and I'll throw that in there. That is 8,000 worth total.
So 7,000 gold, 1,000 drugs.
1,000
Drugs
worth
can
in
be turned
drugs.
into more. What do you think? And now I have to.
Given the state of the city at this moment, I'm sure you can't really come to acquire this sort of stuff without
Do a persuasion check.
5.
with advantage.
That's 1 in there. I can see that.
Advantage.
Ooh.
17.
Nice.
So now you know how to make deals. This is good. Okay, so what they're saying is we take 7,000 gold, we take 7,000 in, let's call them pharmaceuticals.
1,000.
1,000 pharmaceuticals,
1,000.
great.
Pharmaceuticals. Day is long. And you have ship.
Done.
Does this seem like a fair deal to you, sir?
He kind of thinks for a second and says, Couple of King's Queen is yours. There.
All right. So
Right,
haul
steps
out
out of the way.
the Cameras, let's haul out the gold.
drugs that I have in my pouch. I'll say,
We'll pull out the
"For you,
gold.
sir," and I'll put it in the bag with the gold.
Yeah, whatever it is for 7 G's.
The 3 bags.
We give him 7,000 gold pieces and
And I
1,000
will
drugs.
erase what I have.
And he doesn't die.
Let's go to make deal. What's that?
Nothing. Player knowledge only, man.
There's only
I
500
only
gold
have
pieces.
500. I only have 900 gold worth.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. All right. Get your people off the boat.
He says, come, let them take ships. Then they kind of look up like, oh, okay, and they all scramble off the ship.
All right.
Who's at the very back of the
Uh-oh. Not me.
Probably not. I'd imagine probably
I
Prince
was
the
very
Amazons.
confident.
Probably the Amazons are in the back. Why?
Yeah.
I'll be at the back. Why not?
Yeah, I'd say.
And Fat Gil's
I was the
back
last.
there.
I was the
I'd-
last. to
Fat
arrive.
Gil was back there.
I'd be in front. You'd
I'd
be
be
in
the
front.
last
You'd be
to
in front.
I'm in front.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
you're standing in the back, and it's very faint coming down from up here. This oomph. And you just feel the slightest tremor. And then everything's shaking.
Okay, so
He's the only one.
He's the only one. Yep.
so as I look around, up, down, around at the ship, do I need to make a roll to determine if there's any rally or I don't know, rally?
Sure. Make a roll. Make a do perception check.
That would be. Ooh, +6. That's 17.
17? Yeah, you get this, whatever that sound was, came from the top of the stairs. And it just felt kind of shuddering through the earth. Like something big striking something.
Okay.
Okay.
Just like an attack or something
going on?
Something.
No, we got a motor to this boat. And its
I
name's, and its
suggest
name's
we
Frank.
move. Let's move now. And,
All right, let's get on the boat.
Get on. So let's start going.
Permission to board, Captain.
Permission to
Everybody
board.
on, rats! Everybody.
Let's
Everybody
count.
on?
Literally everyone in here.
So everybody hop on.
I'm gonna try and keep my head low as I try and slip past
And I
Zoltan.
yell,
Said everyone.
"Where's the parking
That
brake?"
is not
You don't get on the ship. Zulgar stops you and says, "Where's money?"
Oh shit! How much do you owe him?
Don't you remember? We talked about this yesterday. I don't have money. That's why I'm taking your friend to
How much you want?
this place. Outside of this conversation, how much do I owe him?
You owe him. My recollection is 3,000.
3,000?
But weren't you taking his buddy as a? I
that's-
really thought that was the
whole
deal.
thing.
I thought that was the
whole
deal.
arrangement.
There, no money was
Because
going to
he
change.
needed
You
to
would just
get
take his
him out of
friend.
the city.
You're correct. You are correct. So
Oh, he's just trying to fuck me over.
he's kind of seeing how you're gonna react.
Zolkar, we arranged this yesterday. Is that your big-hatted friend over there is the one
I
taking?
gather Amazons and purse,
And he
and we start
pulls
going.
you in and says,
Okay, we'll get the ship.
"Yes, he's very important passenger. Take good care of him. I know you'll be safe. When you come back, because everybody comes back to Dragasane.
Then I will have your
Yeah.
payment then.
We are good.
Please get aboard this ship.
Of course. Of course." And he steps back.
Okay, bye, Zolkar.
Yes, buddy.
Oh, it's really hard to play.
Here we are again. Last time I burned this ship down was like 2 weeks ago.
All right, everybody's on board.
So
Captain.
the anchor lifting costs another 5,000.
Anchor.
Okay.
How do I know what to do?
Now we have to head out. So
Captain's in charge.
we all have our roles. Any passengers, I need you either up on the deck, out of the way, or down below. I need Purse, Batgill, Evita, and Phoebe with me. Purse is the first mate. Since we've lost
Sailed
Lola,
quite a bit.
8 years of
Fine.
sailing. End of story. Moving forward, we've got to get this ship out. My best bet at this point is I'm thinking let's let Franklin out. Let him take the anchor. Have him pull us out, and we'll set sail.
How's that sound?
Yes, ma'am.
The anchor's not down. You're you are simply tied to the dock.
Right.
So you see the Copper King's crew kind of pulling the ropes and throwing them off.
Okay.
So you're now at the bow and the stern. You throw off the ropes and you get to drift out.
Okay.
As the
So
what you have, right, you're in a sea cave, so the
Right.
tide is pushing in, but
Pulling out. Okay.
So right now you appear to be on the pulling out sort of.
Okay, let's.
Captain, that you are.
Thank you.
Use Franklin
very much.
wisely.
Purse, let's set the oar.
Okay. Well, we pushed
Let's see if
away
we can
or
close
pushed
the
away.
pull
Let's
us
set
out.
the.
Why don't you just have Franklin fly on the back? It's like
Yeah.
Iron Man
Let's
push
pull.
it.
Let's pull him out and see what he wants.
Okay. I'm going to pull him out.
Oh.
Temperance is pulled out, Franklin.
Franklin, I need you to push us out of the. What is it we're called?
The sea cave. We need to get this boat
We need to get
out
out
of here.
and into the ocean. We're
Matt.
on our way.
I'm watching Temperance closely just to find out
Kind of looks over. He's like looks at
the
you.
relationship with Franklin.
He looks over his shoulder at you. I have such a boner right now. You know how much I'm hoping that this would. Please tell me you're gonna give me better orders. than
Go
this.
now.
All right. What do you need me to do? I'm sorry. I was.
Push us out. Stop the talking. Let's move.
We need to get the boat out
I
to
get
sea.
below deck.
Yeah.
You know, some
Same.
lizards have two penises.
Just saying.
God, he's huge.
Come around. Flies around. He just darts to the back of the ship, and you feel it just kind of jump as he pushes into.
And as we go, I say to the Copper King, "It was your lucky day. Plan B was he takes care of you."
He says, "Business is business, but I'm pretty glad we came to deal." He says, "Oh, by the way, tunnel is real small with high tide. Good luck getting out." And then, as you can see him, they all just start heading up this.
Okay. Well, we got the boat. We're here.
Yeah.
We can wait for the tide if necessary. I don't know what's happening up top. We'll have to see.
Yeah, Franklin just he's all into it. You feel just everybody kind of slides on the deck.
Turbo.
We'll just start to head out.
And we set the oars, so we're pushing
Yeah.
out.
I just turn to Temperance. I say, "Permission to operate the crew, Captain."
Let's do it. Set
All
the
right.
staysails and let's go, Purse.
Okay. So, Phoebe, take 4. I'll take aft. Evita, you're with me. We're gonna set the squares and set the mainsails up, so when we get out of this cave, we can set to sea.
And they both look at each other like, "Aye, Captain," and they run to fulfill the orders.
Okay.
Setting you, they begin to pull the sail up on the mast. The ship glides into this tunnel away from the lights, and you're almost in total darkness. There's some phosphorescent coral that is.
Disco, can we have some light at the front of the ship?
He's below deck.
I'll yell down.
Yeah, I run up to the top. Yeah,
Just right on the prow. Right on the prow.
You got it.
Thank you.
And magical flaming light starts burning up off the seahorse at the front.
And as he lights it up, you can see that the cave has twisted off to the left, and the ship is about to slam into the side.
Franklin!
His voice is
Mario
like,
Kart.
"What?"
Tell him to guide us safely out.
Franklin, I need you to guide us safely out.
He's like, "Steer your fucking boat! I can't see shit back here."
And we've got the oars. Let's do it.
Okay. Why don't we just throw a... Why don't we
The
just...
ship slams into the cave wall, and just the tide pulls it into the chamber. You feel the witch grind.
Is anybody standing at the steering wheel?
Across the stone as it tears away back into the channel. I was like, "I'm pushing," is what you hear.
I'm
from
up
back
on
of
the
ship.
helm
Okay.
here,
Okay, just
so.
want to make sure.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm there.
Can he pull? Tell him to pull so we can see the walls.
Can you pull us, Franklin, up front?
Phoebe, throw a rope off the front.
So Franklin grabs a rope.
Okay. And I'll say, Vita, take an oar to the side. I'll go the other side. We're going to push off the walls if necessary or try and slow the boat off the side. It's going to provide that much help. But it's going to be that much.
And I'm at the helm, obviously, with the light.
You feel the water just pulling out of the cave now, or before it was pushing, sucking out, and the ship just follows behind the motion of the wave. I need a skill check from you. for piloting the ship.
Are you doing an intelligence check on those?
Yeah, do an intelligence check. Yep. Because what you're doing, Temperance is telling everybody what to do to guide the ship, and that's more of an intelligence. 16. So everybody just snaps to your commands. Franklin's out in front. You can see him flying, and he seems to be like dead center in the middle of this cave as he moves through. The oars are working true. You're piloting it, and the ship just glides past as it makes another turn, and the water just sucks it out. And then now you feel the water coming back and lifting it up, kind of pushing it back a little bit. But Franklin is just undaunted. He's pulling you through the surf. I need another check.
Oh, this is underneath.
What is this one for?
Same thing.
13.
Steer it up.
Should you get a proficiency with that?
Yeah.
So add 2 more.
14, 15.
15? All right. So, again, pulling it through, the cave twists again to one side. You can see in the water as it churns around you, there are creatures that are down in there. Can't tell what they are, but they're like moving below the surface. The ship moves along, and up ahead you can see that the cave is very shallow, maybe 2-3 feet deep, and the draft of the ship is at least 8 feet. And yet somehow as you come up to them, Franklin just pulls you determinedly over, as if he wants you to crash on this. You feel Coral Dancer just sort of lift over that barricade and just slide over the top, down the other side. Dude,
Finally!
Good boy.
Something.
Good.
Good hound.
Don't jinx it!
The ship makes one violent turn to the left, and now you can see what looks to be the mouth of the cave. And out beyond you, it looks like the sun must be coming up because the cave mouth is lit in a kind of a golden, like an orange light. I need one last check.
You have your inspiration.
Inspiration.
Can you shoot inspiration?
And that's 13, 14, 15.
15, okay. So, Franklin just continues to pull as you feel the surf and the tide just pushing against the ship, almost willing that the surf seems to want the ship to be crushed back into the cave. But Franklin is out in front, and he seems undaunted, and he pulls it through the surf. And out of the cave, you just push out into and you
Praise the gods.
and enter into an inferno.
Oh,
As
good.
You leave the cave, everything around you, in front of you, you are blinded by fire. You see
Seems right.
that
It does. It's all good. I got this.
as you leave the sea cave, and Franklin is still tugging on it, but you hear him at the front going, "Fucking this is awesome!" You see in front of you a scene of absolute chaos. There, off to your left, you can see the towers and fortifications of the harbor, and there are towers that are on fire. You can see in front of you elven ships that are burning, and other ships that are coming in. There are balls of flaming pitch that are being launched from the ship decks towards the towers. In return, the ships are hurling from their catapults huge blocks of stone out to sea. And as far as you can see in every direction, there's just absolute chaos as the elves have launched their attack upon the city.
Franklin, can you disguise us as we hit the sea here?
I doubt it.
Asking.
No!
Thakil!
But I'm gonna pull this until you have nothing but cinders behind me. And he just straight ahead into the mail.
Thakil,
Speed?
you talked about a fog cloud of some sort. Might be a good moment for that.
That's all I get.
Okay.
It's about a proper response.
So the ocean in front of you, you come out of the caves, you can see that the city is off to the left, several hundred yards off in that direction.
And it's not on fire, I guess.
And, well, no, it's probably. Take a look.
Well, we were just
buildings
there.
are burning.
Yeah, they just launched their assault.
Oh, I see. Oh, that was that big.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can
sorry.
see that the elven ships are all coming. It's still dark.
Uh-huh.
It's still night. The elven ships are coming in. And as you look, you can see in the darkness already swooping through are hippogriffs with elves on them, and as they fly through, you see them spinning around the towers, firing arrows into it. You see the arrows there's just wave after wave of arrows, and elves are dropping left and right into the sea. Ships are being hit from the harbor defenses, set on fire.
Are we
Their
being
ships
targeted?
Sinking.
They don't even see us.
Do we haven't been targeted?
notice that we're being
As far as you know, you're not being targeted. You are
Okay.
coming in from a direction. All the ships are coming from the sea. You're coming from the
Hey, Matt. So I'm going to look at an elven ship, kind of identify the flag, the mast, all that different stuff, right? And I'm going to take a 15-foot span, probably the mast,
Okay.
right? And I'm going to create a silent image of elven paraphernalia and ship structure on that as we sail into the elven stuff, okay?
All right. So that's me. Franklin pulls you into the chaos of this battle, and as everybody looks up, the front of the ship just reconfigures itself. And instead of looking like an Amazon ship, reconfigures itself to look like an elven fast attack ship. Okay?
Okay.
Here's my turn, right?
All right.
This is crazy.
Keep us going, Temperance. Keep
Okay, as you sail out, you can see. I mean, ships have been broken in half by the balls of pitch and stone that have hit them. The sea is just filled with elves who are either on fire and trying to sort of, that are slowly just sinking below, and other elves who are scrambling to grab purchase on things. As you move out, you hear this, and one of the towers that defends the harbor just crumbles into it, and all of the stone just crashes into the sea, sending a wave your direction. I need another piloting check.
Turn right!
15
Turn right!
again.
I'm a backseat driver.
15?
Turn right!
16, actually.
16?
Sorry.
Okay.
So underneath.
So you can hear the screams of elves all around you in the sea, and you can hear, I mean, it's almost overwhelming, the sound of the battle that's going on. The wind, however, as you focus on being a captain, the wind is not at your back, it is in your face. You can see how the sails of the elven ships are full, pushing them towards the harbor and towards the battle.
We got a Franklin, though.
He's pulling.
Okay.
You know, and your ships, actually, in some of your sails just kind of.
Well, they would be tacked down. They'd be bundled down.
I thought you raised a
Well, we did
No,
we
we
did
just set the
because we
sail.
had Franklin, so we just got set to raise, but
Yeah.
we didn't.
Okay.
We didn't raise it.
Okay, so Franklin is just pulling you through this, and he's just pulling you straight. There's no varying anything, and you can see that beyond him are just ship after ship that are just coming in, and they're hurling just devastation and death. towards
Purse, I
the
need you to
defenses.
tack the boat.
Okay. Well, as soon as Franklin gets
As
us
soon
out,
as he gets us out.
Okay.
Yeah, you're out. You are out and into the midst of everything.
Okay.
So that first check, as you pull in, a ship that is on fire just comes towards your path, and as Franklin pulls you past, it just sort of just sinks, and you feel underneath the ship as timbers and that tear away as the bow of Coral Dancer goes over the top of the ship, and as you look as you pass, there are just elves that are just bailing out left and right.
Okay.
Any potential saves?
I'm just down with you.
You can do lots of you're gonna say, if you stopped, you could say count those people.
If we didn't stop?
If you didn't stop, kind of hard to do. You're moving at a pretty fierce clip. I mean, you know, Franklin's out in front, and you just hear this maniacal laughter. As a fucking
Best
ball.
day of the century for Franklin.
Sorry, miss you.
Okay, so he continues to pull you forward. I need another check.
Yeah, man.
Let's go. Let's go.
Winning!
Thank
Yay!
So you're steering the ship. Franklin is just doing this thing, and you manage to actually just get him to change his vector just a little bit. As you see a ship that had been that sunk earlier, just kind of the tide lifts it up and it rolls on its side, and you just scrape past the stern of it as you go through. And as it glides past, you feel the ship as it just tears away. chunks of wood break free as you roll past. You're now, the battle is off to the left, and as you look, you can see, again, just waves of hippogriffs just coming in, and as they fly over the towers, you can see elves dropping off, or maybe it's zombies, you don't know, landing on the towers, and fighting occurring there. You hear all around you the cries for help of elven sailors whose ships have been sunk.
Mm-hmm.
But you look, you can see as you move out, there's maybe just a gap in the middle there as the wave of elven ships is just pouring into the battle. And one more. Check.
16 plus 3, right?
Yep. 19.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Franklin is just rolling along. You see actually a piece of ship just rise up in front of him, and he just takes his claws, and timbers just shatter against his strength and go flying off.
Yeah.
And he pulls, and the bow of Coral Dancer hits just a fraction of that ship and just shatters it away, and he pulls you out, and the ship is just dancing up and down on the waves.
Coral Dancer.
And now it's more behind you is the battle. And as you look back, you can see more harbor defenses are on fire.
I don't look back. I'm forward.
Focused on it.
So Thakil and Jolvis are out on the.
No, Joel.
But it's Joel was holding that gill, right?
Right. No, Jolvis is underneath going,
King of the world!
he's coming right now. Oh my god.
I'll move the if it matters, I'll move the illusion to kind of our back, kind of our aft, so if they look back, they still see an elven ship.
Running away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you move the illusion to the back, and as you look, you can see that all of the elven ships are either moving in to attempt to pass through the entryways into the harbor, or they're pouring fire into the towers. And as the ship pulls past and makes some distance, you can see that the city itself is on fire. There are, you've got two hills. You have the Temple Hill, and then you have the circle where the universities are. And then the third hill in the back is the palaces. In between, there are just fires everywhere. The whole horizon is just lit with
We can't see
flame.
that they're underneath.
I'm imagining there's like things to look through.
Oh yeah,
back
can we
there.
see from underneath?
Yeah, you would be able to. There's
so
all-
we're
there's
looking out the
windows in
window,
back.
like-
There's just tears running down from Disco's eyes.
And Jolvis is like,
Not Temperance. Dragasonic sucks. Get the hell out of here.
Drag.
It is
With a
such
drag
a
in his
drag.
legs.
Thank you.
Okay.
And Franklin is just pulling on that rope for all that he's been commanded to do. And as you watch, you see the ships begin to recede, and light begins to come on the horizon.
Oh, keep
Once we're
going.
in a clearing
Right.
and stuff, how long has it been about?
Probably, I mean, it's hard to tell, but the whole getting out of the cave to this point
I'm
has
gonna
maybe
call
been
him
less
back.
than 5 minutes.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Okay, cool.
All right.
All right.
I'm thinking, Franklin, take the retirement. Just keep going. Keep going.
Well, we can set the sails now, Captain. If you
Yeah.
like, Franklin could ease up.
Let's do it.
My God.
So you call Franklin back into his bottle,
Mhm.
and as he kind of coalesces into that goo, he just goes, "Oh my God, this fucking!" And as you set out, the sun rises on the horizon, and behind you, you can see the battle continues, but it recedes in the distance. And as if anybody chooses to look, you can see that on Temple Mount, you see it's like the dome of the temple seems to just melt off into the direction, and a shape rises from the opening and steps away from you.
What kind of shape?
Because I've been
Humanoid
watching.
shape.
Okay.
I've been watching the entire time, crying
Oh,
from
yeah.
down there. So
Yeah.
if I had saw that, I would have wanted to.
I would have seen it.
What is
Oh
it?
yeah, it looks like, so the temple mount, the temple that's there has a main central dome. And what you see is the dome for a second just grows with this deep, fire is deep crimson, and it's almost as if the dome melts away, and this humanoid shape rises from the opening, and radiant light just pours out from it, and it steps away from the harbor towards the center of the city. Defender.
Do I have any idea what that might be?
Do a religion check.
More intelligence.
I think it's
So
rounding.
that, just so you know,
Yeah.
right now I'm
16.
19.
Nice.
19?
Nice.
That makes sense. I only studied this shit forever.
So you know that the
I'm a better
gods,
listener.
the gods exist. They walk the earth. You actually spent time with one of their avatars early on, and it seems like what you just experienced was Enlil, or one of the other gods of the Dragasani pantheon, making its presence known and joining into the fight.
oh, what a killer battle that would be.
Only we were level 4.
I know. Then we could have taken it. Then we could have handled
We could
it.
have
Yeah.
From the deck of
Oh, level 3 wouldn't have done
Dancer,
anything either.
you look around,
Level 4.
and you, from looking back over the stern of the ship, all of the elven force seems to be focused on assaulting the harbor. You've got several hundred yards now that have grown between you and those ships. You look around, it is open sea, the sun is coming up, you smell the fresh salt air. A flock of gulls just calls as it sails across and flies across low over the wall, over the top of the ship as it heads south in search of food. A couple of dolphins breach in the water in front of the ship.
I will approach Temperance.
Purse.
Say, Tempe,
Sorry.
you have Frankie, and I just need you to know that Frankie and I have some unfinished business. It's about my kin. It's about my spirituality. It's about everything that's important to me, and I need to unlock him in the future. I just need you to know,
I'm
because
totally
I
fine
want
with
to be
that,
true.
Batgirl.
I'll be honest with you.
I'm totally good with that, Batgirl.
And are you going to finish that? And I look down at whatever ration
My
she
drink?
hasn't eaten yet,
Yeah.
and I say, because I'm hungry,
There you go. There you go. I hand over my beef jerky.
and I eat it.
So, on our, just in reference to the map and kind of where we are, is his place before Barrington, or is it?
It's after.
It's after. Okay. So, Purse, we will head straight to Barrington from here. We'll kind of reconfigure ourselves and resupply, and
Do you have any maps?
we do.
Okay. I suggest we consult and set a course.
Let's do it.
All
Do
right.
I know how much time this would take for this journey on the sea to get to my homeland?
How long it'll take?
Approximately.
It would probably take maybe 3 days.
So the first day I'll leave it. Second day though, I can ask some questions. So,
How long will it take us to Barrington?
About a day.
About a
A
day.
day.
Okay.
Yep. A little bit more than
And you've been to Barrington with me. So
Just kind of across
Yeah.
the channel, more or less. Okay. Yeah, it shouldn't
Yeah.
be too bad. Okay. You got a sextant on this thing?
dirty bastard.
So if we got a sextant somewhere, I'll just
Yep.
I'll just make sure we're setting a true course, and we'll, with the captain's permission, I'll take Phoebe and Avita, and we'll just set full sail.
We're gonna
and
buy
tack the
and
boat.
large and set the sails to catch the wind. Let's do it.
Yes, aye, Captain.
All right. So, to the stern of the ship, as the sun has risen, a column of smoke rises into the air above the city of Dragasani. But to the bow, blue skies, open sea. You set your course. Coral Dancer moves out, and that's where we'll leave it.
All right.
Oh,
Holy cow.
great session. Really good.
We
You guys
left
finally
Dragasani.
out of Dragasani.
Yay!
Finally!
Way more
I'm
depressed
sorry.
than sad.
Yes! I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm excited.
All right. So thanks everybody for joining us for this.
Oh, did I just fall down?
So excited that we're starting a new year. We hope you enjoyed this session. If you did and you haven't watched our other sessions, hey, check us out on Twitch or YouTube at that one DnD Livestream. We'd love to have you as a follower. We hope that you enjoy the game as much as we enjoy playing the game. And if you did like it and you think other people will like it, hey, let them know about where things are at. Subscribe to our channel. Be a follower for us. Thank you so much, and we will see you in a couple of weeks on that one DnD Livestream.
Awesome.
Thanks so much.
Thanks all.
Good job. Thanks,
Excellent.
Matt.
Excellent.